Hi, chat. It is time to get started. Hello, everybody. And hold on one second here. Uh, why am I? Hold on here. Why is it sending me up the same way again? Okay, wait. There's two of me. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't know why that was loading up here. Anyways, hello, guys. Hello. Two of you. That's like 3.2 metric tons. Yeah. Well, we're all set though. Um, Finally defeated the sandwich menace. Yes. All right, guys. So we're gonna keep working on the miniatures here because we got some updates on some stuff. I did some more panel line work on the half track. As you guys can see, it's a lot more. I think it looks a lot better now. We got some of the boxes on the side. We got the insides a little more grody and a little grungier. We got the front a little more demarcated. I think it's a lot better in how it looks. I'm gonna seal it up tonight, probably after we're done. It's what I was working on with the. Actually used this time instead of just the oils. I did use the panel line accent mark stuff. So we got a little bit of stuff kind of going everywhere. Then even here on the back, we've got. Come on, focus. There we go. So we got the back a little more colored up, and I think overall it looks a lot better, especially on the front. So what we're gonna do with this is, and I saw this because of the one channel I've been watching. This guy does some really clever shit. We are going to camouflage this with actual camouflage. So what is this all about? Well, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun here. So this is hold on, where is my playlist here? Modeling. Okay. So this is where I think this is actually guys. What this guy does. So this is a channel I follow, Scale Model Club 2. And what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna show you guys here. This is actually kind of what we're basically gonna do. So he's making a Martyr anti-tank gun, self-propelled gun here. Wait, why did it remove me again? Damn it, the hell! Why did I get removed again? What the? Hold on. No, I'm still where I need to be. That is so damn weird when it does that. You guys have been able to see me, right? All right. Is it me or is Sean gay? No, I'm pretty gay. So what we're gonna do is, and I'm gonna show you guys what this channel I follow does. So it's Scale Model Club 2, and this guy, I think he's out in Japan or somewhere. Anyways, he's working on a Martyr anti-tank gun, and he does a lot of good stuff. So I'm not gonna have these things set up with wire, but what he does here is pretty cool. And that is right there what I'm going to put on the half track. These are actually baby's breath that you take them, you strip all the flowers off, and you paint them brown. And then I have a leaf cutter, which will take piece of paper, and I'm going to cut out some paper on it. I got it ordered. It'll cut out little leaves, and you just sprinkle them on. So what the plan is ultimately is to glue those. Anyways, I'm going to glue them onto the half track because you don't have like wires and all that here. But for a half track, you would put like I've seen pictures and you guys have probably seen these before. You put like brush on the front, you put brush along the tops, along the sides, And it just helps. I think it'll be a lot. I think it'll be very neat. I think it'll be very cool. So we're gonna work on that. Maybe we'll get to it next weekend. So it's a hole puncher, yeah, but it's a hole puncher that let me show you here. It's a hole puncher that punches out like little leaf shapes. So that's anyway the plan of what we're gonna do. And as you can see here, he let me see if I can back this up a hair. Let me show if I can show you guys. So the way you do it is you have a bunch of these punched out, and then you just sprinkle them on the thing while you're gluing it. So that will be the game plan. That's going to be the game plan for the half track, along with putting the guys inside of it. So that is our game plan there. I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in. I couldn't keep that a secret. Is that an Iron Cross? Yeah, that's the Balkan Cross. Yes. Mm-hmm. So Maddie says 2.0 mile bench roller base. Thanks for helping out, Erica. You need to get yourself a cricket. Yeah, actually, well, hold on. Where's the thing? I just had it out. Hold on, Chet. Let me grab it. I'll show you what it does. Okay. So this is the thing, chat, right here. So focus, you son of a bitch. Anyways, it is the cutter. And if you use it, like here, this is what it does. And you push it through. And it'll cut out little shapes. So I've got like oak leaves. And on this one, it's mainly oak leaves. So it's different things like a maple oak, white oak. And it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. So hold on. Okay, so Erica 2.0 told me. So what happened? So you're welcome. You're welcome. I'll be a fuera later. Lol for now. Sean has no idea. Well, she didn't tell me because I'm out here working. I'm trying to do stuff. So what brand is the punch? I don't know. Something off Amazon, so it's China made. Don't even know. Don't even know. I tried it out a little bit. It works. It works 100%. So Karen says this is level 12 TISM. Well, it's what it is. Brooks Euchre says, how are you tonight? I'm doing great, Brooks. SB Seller says, I can't believe you misgendered ag in this chat, you bigot. Well, suffer with that. That's all I can tell you. All right, so we're going to get back to painting these guys up. So we got our collection of dudes. We still got a couple guys to get painted up here. Let's see where we're at with everything. So the machine gunner, he is pretty much good to go. Like, we'll work on the facial features later, but he's good to go. He's painted up. He's got his ammo can. He's got his machining gewehr. You know, he's all set to make his way. Come on, focus. He's all set to make his way across Poland. He's all done. We got this guy here. He does not have his haversack and water bottle, his canteen, filled out. The rest of them's okay. He needs a sling color, so we'll work on that too. We'll get him slinged up. So he needs a little bit of work. We've got this guy, and he didn't take the face paint too well. Come on. So it didn't go well on him, but the rest of it's pretty good overall, I think. Come on, focus. There we go. I might paint his helmet a little different later, but the thing he needs now, he needs some supplies on his back, so we'll work on that in a minute. We are going to get very brave, and we're going to try to paint this guy tonight. This is like their officer. So he's like looking at a map. And what he's done is he's wearing the shelter half as a camouflage uniform. So that's why it looks like he's wearing a tent, because he is wearing a tent. He's wearing a big tarp. So we're going to try that also tonight. Let's see. The guy with the Panzerfaust, he's actually good to go. You guys want to see him? He is all painted up. I think he's all set. We probably need to work on his face just a bit, but we'll do that another time. So he's all set. Isaac Group and Martin, yes. This guy here, who's all geared up, this guy here is loaded for bear with the Sturmgewehr, and he just has like the most badass pose too of everybody. We're gonna save him because that's gonna be a lot of work. We've got the headless body. He's all good to go. That guy's got the Sturmgewehr, so he's all set, I think. So we're done with him. We've got this torso that needs painted. We're going to work on him coming up. We'll work on him. We've got this infantryman. We're probably going to leave him be, though, for now, just because that's a lot of... We'll have to get him all the way, and I just was like, yeah, we'll not do that right now. So we did get his rifle and everything set up, though. So he'll put it off to the side. Then we've got this dude who we partially worked on. We're not going to get to him tonight. We'll save him for another day, and we'll probably work on that later. So we've got these guys to work on right now, and that's what we're going to do. Also, I guess the casino's on, so we'll put them on in the background. Apparently, Hassan and Ethan Klein went at it for like hours tonight in a massive debate. So we're gonna check. All right.
Have character and authority because they have lots of money. 5 likes on that.
Yeah.
Utterly idiotic use of the term regressive, not
No,
understanding
Sam.
the point out.
Sam, you don't even know the definition of...
All right, chat. I'm gonna grab some paint, and we got the wet
Only
palette
I
running, so we'll
know
work
the
on this and get
definition
going.
of regressive.
Yeah, Hassan got his
I am
ass whooped.
intellectual, you see.
I didn't see their bid on Razor
The
Fist
cringe
yet.
of
I was
that
kind
is
of upset.
unreal, and he just doesn't even realize how cringe.
So,
and
hold
dumb
on.
it is.
Let me
I was making. It's not a hard.
Let me grab my
point to-
stuff.
It's tough to look at a comment session with a section with a ton of comments and likes
It's
and
hard to,
support.
you know, it's like, oh yeah, they have an actual audience. Oh no,
hold on, chat.
Understand. It's not when I say you say the quarter
Okay.
is broke, and I say he's not broke. If you think he's
Well, he's
broke,
like-
you're
He's
stupid.
like pretending he's
so we
epically
need a bunch of
owning the
paint.
YouTube commenter in a debate in real time. This is
I need-
ridiculous, man. You're arguing with YouTube
Red.
comments, sir.
Sir,
Black.
these are YouTube comments.
No.
Jake Lavelle for a sub. Let's go. Thank you so much, man.
That's not a
We're
hard
gonna
point
need
to understand. But these people
good
are
metal.
so
gonna
profoundly
need
fucking stupid.
Nito Brown.
Was
that
he
they-
dropped
We're
on
gonna
his
need,
head
like,
as a
red
child?
brown.
I don't
There's
know.
some wires like
They interpret it as
crossed over.
as me saying the quartering is better than you because he has
whole
more money
red.
than you.
What are you saying?
What are
Now,
you
just
saying?
to like
Which one?
prove
Yeah.
the point here.
Oh my god, look at those
Oh, this
tabs.
guy,
That is the point.
Midnight in Exile.
That's
This is
wild.
a guy I banned from my chat because he used to watch all the time and he was fucking annoying.
Wait, is that Midnight Streams who just donated a
Oh,
20?
I don't know, but this guy is
Is it?
literally
Maybe not,
just
maybe not.
seething in a comment section. What's crazy is like imagine remembering the name of a guy.
All right, chat.
The
Let's get
chat,
started.
and then
Let's get
bringing up
started.
that you remember that guy that he
And
lives
hope we're
right
not
over in your
retarded.
head, and then giving extra salt and seed to that guy. That's crazy. He doesn't even understand how he's being perceived. How fucking weird he is acting.
Oh my god.
LP is always pissing and moaning about not making enough.
So, guys, this is iHypocrite. He's one of the former
True.
kind of like.
Why would you read
so.
that? Like, I just don't understand his thinking. You know, you don't have to address that. You know?
Yeah. Oh, instead of
Oh,
iHypocrite,
man.
it's iSeethe.
It really is iSeed. Merida Bum Thumber for a sub. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you.
Kind of true.
You guys.
Kind of true.
Wait,
He glazed.
Even he admits it's true. Even he admits it's true because it is true, and there are dozens of clips that could be pulled of him seething. about
True.
it.
All right,
At least
chat.
he's
It's
being
time to
honest,
rock
right?
and
This
roll.
is
Here.
people
Okay.
like the quartering
So,
hopes he'll get some
This
crumbs
guy, we need to
tossed
do
his
this.
way.
The
Utterly
truth.
retarded.
Well, that's the
Is
truth.
it though?
Is
Is
it
it though?
Well,
Like,
we
I'm
need to
pretty sure
get-
that's what's going on. Because, like, that is the most logical explanation for this that would make more sense than you seething about Josh unfollowing you. Is you're hoping that quartering will give you a job. That would make more logical
yes, iHypocrite
sense
turned
for
out to be
an
very
adult
gay.
than throwing a temper tantrum because the Kiwi Farms owner unfollowed you.
Should have quit while you were ahead, man. That I said that because I'm trying to suck up to the quartering.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people do.
That's a
lot
theory.
Of people
That's-
suck up to him, you know.
Can you believe someone made a theory online based on things that happened? Yeah.
All
that's what
right,
always
chat, let's
happens.
get this
It's
going.
the internet. Kenson for 5 subs. Let's go. Holy shit. Big
I mean,
Let's
there's a lot
go.
of comments like
Felted,
this, I
etc.
sympocrit, simping for
So
the
here we go.
quartering.
I sympathize.
I
Like he's just repeating his own L's. Like this is wild work from Lyndon. I don't know what he was thinking.
Wow, you guys in comments are so funny. Like
Here we go,
seriously,
chat.
guys.
Apparently,
Trying to
if
get
you
him painted
just
up.
like want to acknowledge reality and help people have a clear view of
Lyndon, we watched the video on the
I
clip.
love how he, in his mind, though, is this savior that's bringing reality and truth to the masses. Ultimately, at the end of the day, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
all just silly internet stuff. People are pointing and laughing at a fat tard losing money on his coffee business.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we're consenting, the audience is consenting, but isn't there somebody you forgot to ask before you laughed? Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask?
No, good sir. We must debate the Jewish question for the 9,000th time. If we just have another ethno-state debate, then magically the West shall be saved. Good sir.
4 viewers on Kick. 4 viewers on Kick.
my
reality.
God.
That's simping and glazing and kissing ass because
Oof. Hi,
the idea
4
that the
viewers.
quartering is going to do something to my career is so insane. Like, good for my career.
Well,
I
yeah,
had
he's
him-
not gonna- he's not going to go to a Wignat position. Like, the thing is, it is a waste of time for him to simp for quartering because I don't think quartering would even give him a fucking crumb, let alone is he capable at this point of giving him a fucking crumb. But, like, I don't know. It's a reasonable conclusion for people to jump to. It's like, why are you dying on this hill for Jeremy Hambly? This is weird.
And we're
This is very
beneath
strange.
you. We're beneath you.
know.
So why would you care what we're saying?
I've had him on the show before. And if he asked me to go on his show, I would do it, but I wouldn't really want to do it. And I wouldn't actually get anything out of it.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
here we go.
Come on, dude.
The only thing you get out of doing other people's shows is you kind of build a relationship with them that maybe will be useful some point down the road.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a very cynical way of looking at it.
There we
from a
go, chat.
political guy. Wouldn't you want to go on his show because it's a big platform to spread your message about the JQ or whatever? Like, wouldn't you want to go on to spread your political ideas to a broader audience?
There we go.
See, that's him just
He's all
admitting that
set.
he's a cynical, shameless grifter.
Let's
who's
see
in
the other
this
ones
for
we
money.
got. Do these
Yeah,
guys have any other equipment to hit?
You don't get
Mm.
anything tangible out of it. I learned this early on. I remember when I had 8,000 subscribers on my YouTube way back.
All right,
in the
this guy's
day.
got 2 grenades we can paint.
Yeah, quick, say something. Yeah, Tim Pool is so smart and good looking. Okay, now we play the waiting game for the sponsorship and the invite to come. The idea that
his comedy is
Oh,
so
man.
brutal.
ordering would even like
Back in
hear.
my day, I had 8,000.
It's interesting because I used to watch this guy all the time.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see them like
explanations
this.
of what people are
here we
doing so
go.
that they can then like hold you in contempt. He glazes the quartering so he'll get some crumbs tossed his way. So fucking stupid. No wonder I banned that guy a long time ago.
So there we go,
Oh,
chat.
he had criticisms, so he must be banned.
Remember those are the A grenades they would carry.
Else, but I lost it. Anyway,
So-
whatever. You get the
Random
point.
guy living rent free in your head for
So
years.
in
Like,
case there's any doubt, I just want to take an actual sort of look at what we can about the quartering's finances to just put this into context. Okay, this is his
Right.
social blade, which
why
shows
would you?
bro,
Guys.
do you know what he pays his staff? Do you know what he pays for the studio? Do you know what his coffee brand coffee expenditures are? What you're doing is you're guesstimating what his YouTube revenue is,
Yeah.
which doesn't give us a complete picture of his finances.
I'm gonna
But
go.
what does give us a good idea of his finances is the fact he's selling off his collections of video games.
There we go, guys.
He's
That
selling
guy's got
off
a
his
grenade
arcade machines.
that's painted up
He's
now.
telling everybody that he's fucked.
So there we go.
He needs to sell 5,000
All right.
of coffee or his business is going under, saying he's hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hole. These are public statements that he himself has made. So unless you're going to say
We'll
he's
work
a
on this guy
liar,
now. I'm going to paint
it's
the
a
back
very
piece
hard
for him.
argument to make that he isn't in a period of financial hardship.
By the way, and like I said, guys, okay, what? So average views a day, 400K, but we're talking 8-minute videos. We're talking 2 maximum ads, 3 if you want to be fucking stingy about it. This is not a lot of money, folks. This is the low end of the spectrum. That's why he's starting these other businesses. This is why he's streaming. This is why he's begging.
shows that his daily average YouTube views for the last 30 days is
For
432,000
8-minute videos, that's not what you think it is, Lyndon.
views per day.
It's decent
So
for a guy with no staff.
in money, and I know it says over here, it says
Scroll up.
108 to 1.7K.
Scroll up.
Social Blade is notoriously bad at
Listen,
Oh,
I know the
man.
behind the scenes of how this works. Lyndon, scroll up, you fucking retard.
understanding money. I would say on the low end, that's like 1.5K.
No. For 8-minute videos? Buddy, please.
And potentially up to like 3K. So it's probably somewhere in between.
Do you hear this, Ashton?
So there we go, chat.
This-
He's got that painted.
I don't even know what to say.
And we're going to
1.5
get,
and
I think I'm going to
3K.
paint his
The thing
Per
is,
day.
this is
pants
all
and
irrelevant.
sleeves, and then we'll
Like,
paint the
grant him
smock.
that he's making $1
So-
million a day.
Oh, you guys have never heard of him?
Of his expenses,
Um,
how he invested that money, and if he's taking massive losses. on
Guys, I
it,
don't have it set up to be members
that's
over
what
here. I'll
we're
work on that.
discussing. He could be
Can
making
chat be on
$1
your
million
show? Yes.
a
You guys
day.
are on my
You know what
show.
he's
But if
saying
he-
here then?
But if he was
Um,
spending $2 billion, he would be losing money.
So,
You know what he's
You
saying?
need a
here?
stand to
We
paint
get
those on.
now An average of
yeah,
9K
I know. I need to come
views
up with
a
something.
day. But our videos are like
I'll
2
work on
hours
that
average,
next.
right?
Maybe
He's
this
saying
weekend.
we make 20K a day.
So,
I
You
wish
know?
I would be masturbating to the all on money. That's crazy, but you know what I mean? Like,
Hey.
dude,
From YouTube
he's
ad
so
revenue.
stupid.
So if we
So
take like
dumb.
the conservative, I know what I'm talking about because I have a monetized YouTube channel. I've got tens of millions
No.
of views. I have a pretty
Bro,
good idea.
Where? Like all of your videos have been privated, sir. Like you're on alt platforms like Odyssey and Rumble.
okay.
Your YouTube
So,
channel isn't bringing in millions of views a month.
it's the only way you could compete with PWR.
What's
Yes.
his
And
channel?
you know, if it was 5-6 years ago you were doing this stuff, things on YouTube have changed in 5-6 years.
The Cullen show tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the
Yeah.
Cullen show on here.
Of
I
what
asked Joe,
the
and he needs to
user
help me. He
words.
said he's going to help me
It
figure that
depends
out.
the length of your videos.
I need to learn how to
If
do a
his
Cullen
average
show.
videos are like 20 minutes long.
Will we get a
it's
Laney
probably
appearance when
closer to
2.0 is
three
gone or
quarter
not?
day. If his
I
average
don't know.
videos
Laney
are
is hard to
10 minutes
wrangle,
long,
guys. I'm
it's
not
probably
joking.
closer.
I don't think you understand how hard that dog is to
Bullshit.
get a hold of.
We've addressed this. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
So-
matter what the revenues are.
Wait, he went on for like 4 minutes about this.
Yes.
Like,
SB
man,
Seller
like,
says
wow,
show
long.
drone proof
So now he's
dismount
back to
with them in the
seething
half
the
track.
comment section.
Okay.
We'll work on that.
Like PPP and Warski are
And then
political
green caps for
pundits and
$1.99. Thank
culture
you, man. I
warriors and
appreciate
not-
it.
We're not.
But we're not though.
I
Like,
appreciate
we're
that.
not.
Thank you for
We
the super
never
chat.
claimed that we were.
Yeah.
Now,
All
that
right.
We have political opinions from time to time. We're not claiming to be experts, but you are.
Let's get this guy
And if
painted.
you are such a big-brained, galaxy-brained political expert, why are you arguing with a comedy show about whether or not Quarter Pounder is a 10 billionaire? Come on.
Zeiser in chat says the Kino Casino is a political movement.
Right. Like, this whole thing of like trying to pretend that you're going to build this political movement on the internet by live streaming to a couple hundred people, you got to stop. Like, it's so shamelessly retarded. It really is.
There
Do
we
you
go. It's a
really
nice
think
little
that you're
bit.
making a real life difference, Lyndon? Like, you really believe
Okay.
that, huh?
not just like drama whores. LP is controlled opposition, not like PPP and wars.
By the way, this whole drama.
Also,
whore
if you
thing,
notice this,
what are you doing?
this
now,
guy's a
buddy? What are you
butthole.
doing right
Look at
now?
that. He's got a little
you're
butthole right
petting
there.
it
It's
up?
kind of funny.
Here's the thing.
He's got a
Lyndon.
butthole.
We
So.
are controlled opposition. We're funded by Gabe Hoffman, the Jews, the state of Israel, and Mossad. We get our marching orders every Thursday. We receive a dossier where we're told what to do by the state of Israel. Here's the thing, buddy. Even if that is true, if your political movement could be stopped by Andy Warski and PPP, it was never going to succeed in the first place, you fucking retard. And that's why we aren't actually paid by Mossad. You fucking retard.
We would make Mossad look bad, bro. Like,
You know, like, I don't know what to tell. I don't know
the
what to
comedy
say.
channel with a fat guy
Oh,
and cokehead.
bro, like, let me
man.
tell you, the Israeli intelligence is just salivating. You know,
You know.
Where you get the real. By the way, these guys have a big donor named
See, this
Gabe
is what's crazy.
Hoffman, who
Gabe Hoffman.
He hasn't
has
donated in
only-
fucking months.
He's only ever given us $20.
It's been
You want to know why?
It's like 3
You
months.
want to know why? Because he's Jewish. He's fucking Jewish.
Yes.
He's the,
He's only ever donated $20 at a time.
and it's like
But
it's
it's
been
like
months since
this-
the last
like
one.
This big conspiracy theory. It's the Jews that paid Kino Casino to laugh at Jeremy's failing coffee business. Do you really believe that, Lyndon?
That's crazy.
Like you sound like a fucking lunatic, bro. You're supposed to be this serious political commentator with kids and a wife and this established man of wisdom. And you're sitting here like crying that this drama show is run by Mossad.
Yeah. The Gun Ranger,
Oh my
Virgil
God.
16, and Nisa Sad Tit, DJ Ray, Busted Fuse, Bergzerker, ACZ, Spanish Inquisition, Tiger Gotwood, It's Me Again, are all the Jewish. It's a
I mean,
Jewish
Like,
alts of
listen,
gay.
For me,
Like, it's so stupid.
I love it. I love
It's funny.
it.
It's funny.
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
The
Oh,
Jews, you
boy.
win.
I know, yeah.
The Jews, you win, Lyndon. You should have learned that lesson a long time ago, Lyndon. And if you don't get down with Zionism and the Jews, buddy, we're coming for you, Lyndon. So you better kneel to Israel. You better bow down to Zion, or Mossad's coming for you.
Yeah. I was joking, DJ Ray.
Oh
A
my
heart
god.
attack gun.
But the funny thing is, I'm
All right,
just
shit. So there we go.
picturing
He's
him
got
at
some
home
pants now.
being like, the casino, the Jews win again.
Can you imagine him pulling his wife and kids aside and saying that it's the Jews' fault that they can't afford Christmas presents this month? And that it's the Jews that made
Oof.
him look stupid defending Quarter Pounder. Like,
Oh shit!
Jew.
The
That's why they
Jews.
never, I from what I've heard from other
The
people, I haven't
Juden.
watched their stuff, but what I've heard is they never criticize Israel and they never do any JQing.
But why would I? You know, like why would I? That's it. Whoa, man. Whoa. You know, I just don't understand why I would though. Why is it on me to do that?
Yes.
You're doing such a
Bow
good
before
job
your power,
already,
yes.
bro. Enlightening the masses. Bro.
You look forward to the meme copy and
Hey,
Battleship.
hey,
That will be something we'll do this summer. I'm looking forward to it.
10 subs.
No, PPP is not Jewish. He's
Guys, let
very
me pause the show about how Ethan
like
Ralph
evangelical
to
Christian.
tell you about the international banking.
Not as much anymore, but he
conspiracy.
very much was.
Did you guys know about fractional reserve banking that steals the wealth of the nation? Back in 1913, the Federal Reserve was created at the behest of Zionist interests. Like, how many times? No one gives a shit. It's not going to change any.
Okay, but to be fair, fractional reserve banking is the fucking devil. It is the devil.
And the USS Liberty, guys. You know, you've never heard about it before, but let me tell you.
Anissa sent it for 5 subs. Let's go. Oh, man.
I mean, he is right about
From
that
other
much.
People. I don't watch their stuff, but what I've heard is they
Wait,
never
so you have no
criticize
idea?
Israel.
Why is it my responsibility to criticize Israel? Like, I'll be honest. Like, why? Whoa, you're not standing. I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I actually do? Nothing. There's nothing I can do. I don't have that power. You fucking idiot.
Why do we need to be an anti-Jew political show?
You already have that covered.
Yeah, you got it, bud.
You have at it, Hoss.
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
And they never do any JQing.
What? Oh my god.
And we got Blood Fart Prolapse for 20 subs.
Let's go. Holy shit. Big support.
Yeah, big
Where
old
the
support.
fuck in
Our chat.
our tag of what the show's about is to say, welcome to the JQing show.
Welcome to us questioning Zionist power. Like, you do know that, like, pretty much everybody is against Zionism right now on both sides of the political spectrum. Like, I don't think we need another. And we're going to talk about Israel and Palestine in the H3H3 versus Hassan segment in a minute. But let's be real. Like, none of us, including you, Lyndon, are geopolitical scholars who have any fucking clue what they're actually talking about. It's like you repeat some fucking talking points from Poll. You know what I'm saying? And then you pretend like you're some fucking genius. It's just not the case. I'm not going to pretend like I'm some fucking geopolitical genius, okay?
The Gun
So we got
Ranger.
the Gun Ranger for 20
Gun Ranger.
subs. Holy shit. With Jews, you win.
You win.
Wait, we say that shit. It's like, it's funny to us to say shit like that, right? Because it's so like weird. It's so, and for them, it's like their work.
No!
No!
Well, because the thing is, right, this guy is blaming all of his failures on life on the Jews. Like, that's because he can't accept the fact that he's a fucking failure. So he has to find somebody to blame. That's the reality.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gun Ranger and everyone. Blood Fart Prolapse, crazy name, but thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. Everyone, thank you.
But I'm the
Like, can we-
controlled opposition, and
Can we get the 23andMe test, by the way, Lyndon? Is that possible?
Ooh.
Because it's just like, you know, the nose knows, Lyndon. The nose knows. And you look at mine, you look at yours. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
cornball, not the guy who's the people whose whole thing is like going, "Whoa, buddy!" They're not the cornballs.
No, we are the
Crazy.
cornballs. Like, what are you talking? Like,
What comedy show?
I don't understand, like, where this came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really is. Wait, don't they know when we
He
go,
doesn't-
whoa,
he doesn't
buddy? It's like a
Watch the
catchphrase.
show, though, but he knows the Whoa Buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
He's watching. He's seething. You know what I'm saying?
And here's like an
But I
example
love,
of
by
one
the
of
way,
the
it's just crazy. Like, out of one side of his mouth, these guys are cornball, know nothing idiots. And then out of the other side of his mouth, these guys are funded by Mossad, Gabe Hoffman,
Controlled up.
their intelligence assets to discredit the movement. Buddy, your movement is currently sucking off a schizophrenic rapper who admitted to molesting his 6-year-old cousin. Okay? like let's not pretend it's actually going anywhere, right?
Oh,
I mean, to be fair,
Only
that's
if you go
true.
through all the comments, there's like 2 intelligent comments. Here's one. I agree on a lot you guys say that's not intelligent, but
it's
You know, if they say the sky is blue, you must disagree.
like,
Okay?
yeah. Oh
putting
man.
that aside. But if you think the quartering doesn't have his personal money that he absolutely won't put into his business, then I got a bridge to sell
Okay,
you.
well, we
so-
watched the video today.
By the way, we're going off something where he said that he put his money for the business on a personal credit card.
Yeah.
You know, like he maxed out all of his credit, all of
There
his
we go,
money for
chat.
his business. And then I believe he said he took $30,000 or was it $80,000 out on a personal credit
forgot.
card. Now, whether or not you believe that Jeremy is stupid enough to do that is one thing, but that's what he's communicating to people. So we're not the liars in that circumstance. It would be Jeremy that lied.
Yeah. The Spanish
So,
Inquisition for
There we
10.
go. That gives you a bit of a look to see
Holy
what we're looking at.
shit.
Gives us some
And Lyndon
contrast.
hasn't gotten $1 on this.
Gives us some
segment.
contrast.
Yikes.
People with
So-
money
Tough there, buddy.
never use their personal funds to keep it afloat until you absolutely are about to lose the business. Right. So this is like out of like hundreds of comments, this is like one of the only people who gets it in the whole audience.
Okay, well,
Could it be possible that Jeremy just is that stupid? Because today he came out, said he made, well, this wasn't even today, this was a few days ago, but said he made a massive mistake. He's fucked. The business is going under. So I don't know.
All right. You're working on a confirmation check. Give me a day or two.
Gonna start?
Okay. So now let's watch a few minutes of this and
All right.
you'll see what I'm talking about, how they're the ones calling me broke over and over.
Mhm.
Well, the only reason we called him broke was because he called our audience broke.
Yeah.
So, like, don't throw stones if you don't want them thrown back.
Yeah, I haven't seen one dono, by the way.
The people watching
Then why is he selling his Neo Geo collection? Great point. Past war.
Immediately, I hypocrite's blown out. And he's gonna try and say that Neo Geo, nobody will pay for it, and there was no money. Like, this is crazy.
Then why would
by
he
the way.
sell for it? Why would he
Exactly.
sell it?
Kino Casino selling his what is a Neo Geo collection?
It's a classic
So, first
game
of all-
system. Oh
First
my
of all,
god.
he doesn't even know what we're talking about. But then he's gonna act as though he's an expert on it in the next breath.
Okay.
Word.
So there we go,
What
chat.
do you get for that?
Oh,
About
wow.
$75, maybe $200.
So why would you sell your classic Neo
See,
Geo
this
collection?
actually
There we
goes
go.
against the point he's trying to make.
Um,
Because if it's such a cheap and inexpensive collection, and he wouldn't get any money from it, wouldn't he only sell it if he was hand to mouth and couldn't?
You
even
guys see my
afford
comment
to
about
do?
Kate? No. What about her?
Or is it that it was a collection worth?
You'll sweet start
thousands of
talking to
dollars and he had
Kate.
liquidate
Guys,
it
you don't have
try
to
and
do that
pay
to
his
people.
bills?
What does a prolapse
Neo
mean?
Geo
I-
price.
It means it's
Buddy,
hanging
like,
outside
this
your
is
body.
why, man, the Mensa cope.
It's like you could prolapse your colon, and it's like
So
when
I-
people
I'm
lift weights and it
genuinely
shoots
of the
out their
view with This
ass.
whole Mensa thing, that it exists
Basically
as a
inside
way
out,
for these guys
outside
who
your
are really
body.
insecure about their intelligence.
It's really nasty.
To try and gain some form of security. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly. Well,
PPP
Neo
showed
Geo
us
right
prolapse
now
the
in
internet. Oh
Canadian
my God,
dollars,
you guys.
Low end $549, high end $1,300. So blown
So we
out
got-
there.
West Memphis Mafia for 10 subs.
Let's go.
Oh, West Memphis
Fuck
Mafia.
yeah. So yeah, I could get a good $1,000 USD for the Neo Geo.
For just the
system.
console.
Just the console.
Just the console.
Yeah.
The games, some of them are $500, and that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When I looked into it, it's like, motherfuck, these games are like $300, $500 a piece. Holy shit.
Oh, let me see there.
It's probably enough black paint to get us going.
Oh, here we go. Okay, for Samurai Shadow 160, 758 for 5 games. Like that. So
on average, probably don't make $50,000 a year.
Do you make $50,000
No,
a
he's
year?
broke.
He doesn't. This guy has cried about how little money he makes multiple times. And then he's going to look down his nose at our audience.
Why is he watching this?
I
honestly
don't
don't
know.
get it.
And say that you guys don't even make $50,000 a year?
Okay, so oh man, a few things
Basically,
here,
he's gonna
right?
go, well, he's saying it's on average. So he's like, well, the anecdotal examples, you guys don't understand on average.
Well, you don't understand on average either, Lyndon, because on average, the average person only does make about $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
So what sort of a statement are you even fucking making?
Yeah.
And it's all just stupid anyway, because it's like, well, you can't laugh at him unless you're a multimillionaire. Okay, no, I'm pretty sure I can laugh at him. So are none of us allowed to make fun of George Soros because he's a billionaire and has more money than us? Like, what are we talking about here, Lyndon?
Oh.
If you guys want, those of you who are regular viewers, I'm like the most transparent with my income.
You're gonna show your bank records?
You know? Like,
Only a dumbass.
I wish they
do
just
that.
skip this. Hypocrite's getting fucking annoying. He's so cringe now.
He claimed
No.
his Neo Geo collection is worth $60K. I don't believe that either.
Well,
Well,
I do.
I do. I believe that. If you had like 100 games for it,
It's
You
worth
know,
what
this
somebody will
guy-
pay.
Like, he's talking about how Quartering is a multi-millionaire, right? But it's impossible for him to have a game collection that's 60 grand that he had to liquidate because he ran out of money.
well,
Okay.
no, I'll tell you why. Because in his mind, who would ever pay for a video game? It's for children. It's like one of
Or
the
maybe
biggest.
that's why he's fucking broke.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't understand business.
but the gaming, like the old school games, are like it's a crazy market. It's way overpriced, in my opinion. But you know what I mean?
For
So-
it. I just don't believe that.
Well, search it. You're on a computer. He's not searching it. Search
I know
it.
we've had a bunch of super chats come in. We will
I
get
gotta-
to them at the
I
end.
got to piss really bad anyway.
Okay.
Do you want to read a few of
I
them?
think here the gorilla is losing his mind. I'm not sure. I don't see a super chat from you in particular here, buddy. So you might be going by a different name, but let's have a look here. We got Joey's King Tour for $10. Hey guys, long time since I caught a stream live. Which game is the superior Yakuza? Yakuza 0 or Kiwami? Keep up the great work, boys. Well, that's more of an Andy question. So I don't know. We got
I don't
Razor
know.
Fist for
Do you
4.
guys know?
Please put your response to Razor Fist on the clip channel by itself. Yeah, we will. I mean, that's not even our official real response. That's just me off the cuff earlier in the show because people wanted it to be addressed. Demon Psychiatrist for 20. I'd sooner invest in a business run by Tim Cast than one by the Quartering. Yeah, I
Ooh.
agree. I agree.
Oof, that's
Actually,
bad.
Cast Ian. Well, yeah, I agree too. And then this guy for 4 says that he's gonna rape Yukon Cornelius. Not sure what that's all about. Anonymous for 5. Whatever you do, please don't hire Carl Jobber's defense team. Well, we already do have a lawyer, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right there. We got South of the Border for $20. Real shame about Razor Fist. I actually enjoyed his videos talking about Pulp Fiction heroes. Alas, as the Shadow would say, the weed of crime bears bitter fruit. And then we got Anonymous for 10. Humble Clips channel watcher here to pay my dues. Glorbo for 6. Razorfish showed logs of Eve cheating on him while admitting he never hid it to save it for marriage. In other words, he's a cock. Well, he is a cock. One of his girlfriends, and I don't think it's that one, was doing fucking pornos while she was with him.
Really? I didn't know that.
She coped about
Do you guys know
it.
that?
His defense is that he's a fucking cock. By the way, it's such a lie when Razorfist said he was saving it for marriage because back then he wasn't a Christian. Back then he was still in his edgy atheist phase and was saying all sorts of stuff against Christianity at that time. So it's a total fucking lie. And is Danny also going to say that he's a virgin to this fucking... It's a big time fucking cope. Then we got Gigi Evan 317 for 10. My favorite part of Razor's video was him confirming he renewed his religious beliefs and bringing up the BPD mirroring bit So I got to ask if he was the priest and the BPD chick was the choir boy. And then we go, why won't you die one in Kumite for $7.77? Can we get PPP and Croc review a Popeye's chicken sandwich 2025? Maybe I should. And then we've got Larry Lard for $5. The Friday Night Tights chat shit on Razor Fist the entire time he was on. Then at the end, Jeremy and AZ said the house always wins and that they both love your show.
Wait, AZ?
It's true.
I love AZ.
It's true.
He's the guy who went like fucking pronouns. Remember that guy?
There we go, chat.
And then we got
awesome.
Ethan, Defense
Jeremy,
Force
cool.
General for $8. Oy vey, my fellow Kino enjoyers. Hassan Hamas Abi has nearly said the case at least 3 times in that
There we go.
stream. We must contact Mossad.
Okay.
And that's all the donations that have come in so far.
Stephen Cooper says, happy birthday to me.
As well. He's awesome,
Happy birthday, buddy.
That's awesome.
Happy birthday.
By the way, here we
was
have
Razor on, by the way, like when they said that.
I think
So what made me to start streaming on YouTube?
And then as soon as he left.
So what made me start doing this on YouTube? Honestly, because I was watching people like Viva Fry, and I was like, hey, you know what? I like talking about my job to people, and I thought I could do what he does. I mean, that was really it. I'm like, I could do this. That's something that's always been a thing in our family is, you know, like, fucking learn it, do it, try it. How hard can it be? And yeah, kind of started from there. You know, that's something my dad, you know, we were growing up. He used to watch this show called The Yankee Workshop, where this guy would make shit out of wood. And my dad was like, huh, how hard can that be? So he, you know, spent some money, got a table saw and everything, and started making wood furniture. You know, and then when we were a little older, my dad actually wanted to do we put a putting green in our yard. We built it, you know, like by hand, and we put in the drainage and everything. We did all the stuff, and yeah, used the shit out of it. We got a lot better at our game too. My brother and I got really good at our golf game, especially our approach game. Our short game got a lot better too. But that's kind of the you know, go out, fucking learn it, do shit, learn things. And yeah, I thought it'd be fun. And I've been talking to 2.0. I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna do this. And she had been watching me watch all these videos and shit. She's like, well, go do it. And I said at some point maybe. And then like 2021, I hurt my knee. And I was like, okay, I'll start doing it. And I started doing it like during Kyle Rittenhouse. I started getting ready. And then, yeah. So that's kind of where I am. That's kind of why I'm like, 'cause I could do it. And I guess there's also the idea of, I can do it as good as these guys, and I think I'm better than them. I guess I'll have to add that as an additional part, and, you know, here I am. And I think I do it better than a lot of them. You know? So there you go. Hope that answers it. So there we go. We got him. So we got his belt flasher and his Boita bottle. There we go. Let's see. We got to do the sling. We'll do the sling later. We got to do this guy. I think this guy needs. No, he's got boots. God, these boots do not want to stay painted. Can't wait till I can get this painted up and clear coated so the paint keeps flaking off the boots. So there we go. All right, so this guy here, we're gonna paint his boots up real quick, and then we'll get to work on the rest of him. So I think we're caught up with all the other guys for now. And honestly, I guess I'll say the thing, Sweet Tooth, when I did this, when I started doing it, I was like, you know, whatever happens, happens. I'm like, I was happy, like, you know, every time I've done this and something's happened, every step of the way, it's been a lot of fun. And that's honestly why I did this. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. I'd enjoy myself. And, you know, I could put out things I want to put out, talk about things I wanted to talk about. And, you know, I've been able to do that. And I've been very fortunate. So I will say I've been very thrilled with how things have gone. You know, I've done things I never thought I'd be able to do. So I guess that's I have is almost better as reading cat turd tweets. Yeah, he is. That's why we're gonna shut them off for a minute. Roscoe said Josh called it what? Sturman Drang says if you pay a streamer to wish you happy birthday, you're so fucking gay. Well, I mean, are you judging based on your own prior experience? Yes, they mean as heels versus babyface. Oh, guys, it's not my birthday. Stop. Let's see here. LawTube existed before Nick. Yeah, I used to listen to Leonard French once in a while. Like, I remember when he was on and like Kurt used to go on his show and stuff. So like I knew about Kurt before I learned about Nick. So it's kind of interesting where I've been. And I will say it's been the stuff I've got to do, the people I've got to interact with, the people I can talk to in DMs. I mean, like, hell, the one time like I got to hang out with Sargon in a chat. That was really fucking cool once. You know, that was my that was a fun time. So I've been able to do things and interact with people that I've only seen or, you know, like I've only listened to before previously. So it's been cool. It's been very cool. Medicare called me. Yeah, I got to call out by Mr. fucking Medicare. Like, how cool is that? How cool is that? Did Sargon call you a white nigger? No, he did not. I was inspired by Legal. Okay. Legal Eagle is for people who think Olive Garden is fancy food. That Legal Eagle is not, you know, that's Legal Eagle's problem. Legal Eagle is for, like I said, people who think Olive Garden's good food. So that's all I got to say about him. You know, people think I'm a grifter. That guy is a fucking shyster. I mean, he grifted his fucking audience to file a fucking FOIA against Trump. So, I mean, that just shows you how big a piece of shit he is. Made his fucking people pay for that. And it's like, that is bullshit. Of the highest order. Also, some of you guys are saying, why do I have it muted? Because I can't keep listening to fucking hypocrite. He's so cringe nowadays. But I remember back in the day when he wasn't. I remember back in the day, like, I used to listen to him. Used to watch his streams. But I also remember when it was like Andy Raceworski, so that's the thing. Like, it's very interesting the people I've had the chance to interact with. So it's been so cool. It's been very cool. All right. Has made some funny Batwoman reviews. Yeah. No, but I was talking to Sargon. It was like when Callum was doing his thing. I was like, we were talking. It was kind of cool about what Callum was doing. So, or that time you fought with that dumb bitch on stream. Well, that's not more than once. So you have to specify. So I do not get shower texts from people, but like, you know, there's people I have the text message, like I can text now, and there's like really cool people I get to talk to. Yeah. Nate's been around forever. Nate actually got his start just talking about videos and like scam busting. Nate actually got his thing. Like, that's how Nate got his start, man. You were watching War Room back in 2020, and a Trump official was talking about how they'd watch Medicare streams. Well, that's based. I don't think I remember that. And I used to watch War Room all the time. So, but yeah, I can talk to all kinds of people. It's so cool. Wait, Olive Garden isn't fine Italian dining? No, it's not. Just say black people. Oh, there's a lot of white people who like Olive Garden too. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about with Anna? I still think Anna just didn't understand what the hell was going on there. So, like, I don't hold ill will against her. What bolt action armies do you have? I have the Wehrmacht. That's it. I just have some Panzer Grenadiers. Weren't you mentioned by Hassan? No, I was mentioned by Destiny. That was the fun one. I never thought Destiny would ever... I never hear my name come out of Destiny's mouth, but that was great. Did I get my Applebee's order correct? Nate's crushing it. Nate's been crushing it. And that's the thing, like I said, guys, Nate's been around forever. Nate's an OG on the YouTube scene. Oh, yeah, there's Anna Kasparian. Yes, that too. So, you found a bunch of bolt action models on cults, but I don't know what's playable. You can play whatever you want, man. Like, that's the thing. You can play whatever units you want to play. Like, if you go on to War Game, like you go onto their website, dude, they have all kinds of units. You can play whatever you want to play. But it's like a 12-person squad is like typically what you field initially. But you can play all kinds of stuff. You can play all kinds of shit. Real quick here. So, Olive Garden's a great place to take your prostitute. Yes. There's no bolt action IDF, but there are like Volkssturm and basically all the other nations of World War II have stuff now. Jamie Moody says, is EVS still bitching at Yellow Flash? Probably. Oh, here we go. We're to the main event.
We're like fucking 10 hours.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Content.
All right, it's good.
This is some good shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look.
So
It's time.
and Hassan.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Hassan Biker.
Hello, Hassan Piker.
What's going on?
So already,
Well, I'm doing a debate.
Wearing that gay Palestine flag.
Hassan's rolled up in the Palestine scarf.
Yeah,
It's so gay.
Come on,
That is
bro.
so gay.
Stop. But we have H3H3 here. We have smug Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein knows that Hassan has walked into his trap. I don't know why Hassan agreed to this, to be honest, because
Hassan's a retard.
OBS, he has all the clips prepared, he has everything set up.
As a staff
Hassan-
helping him,
Hassan is completely unprepared for this situation, and Hassan historically,
Guys,
has
Hassan
been
is Cenk Uyghur's nephew.
really bad in debates. Like he's got
The
his
guy who
ass
runs the
handed
Young
to him
Turks.
pretty
This
much
is his
every
nephew.
Debate he's ever had. Whereas H3H3 has had a lot more success, I would say, in these sort of verbal confrontations.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
have a look.
All right. Hang on. They want a sticker. We have big
They
support
want
today.
this.
I'll
Let's
make it.
get 10 subs.
I'll
for the
make.
Ethan
You
Klein
guys have been
smugness
so
sticker.
supportive. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm not gonna pull a Klein on you. Kidding, Gabe. That's a joke. Relax. He lets me have 5 Jewish jokes a show, by the way.
Yeah, there's a quota.
It's a quota. Listen, you go above 5, you are anti-Semitic.
What about you?
That's what I'm doing as well. All right. Wait, hold on. Oh, are you going to show me all the time as well on the Zoom call?
Here, I can fix that. 1 second. Let me just set it to Ethan's
Yeah.
output here.
If you want.
There you go.
if you want, just show like not just Ethan, but yourself as well. If you're going to talk, like that's fine.
Hey,
I don't know if it's gonna be
Hassan,
too difficult.
leave the production notes to my team.
Oh shit!
It's already just super cut. Like it's already just like, oh, so this is how it's gonna go. This is like the high school Mean Girls situation. This is such a fucking clown show circus. What we're about to witness.
Oh
man.
man, hang on. Let me grab that sticker.
Shift 00 for 10 subs.
Let's go. We got
No,
it.
it is. It's so passive aggressive. And it's just like the mean girl energy is off the charts. Hassan went into this, I guess, believing they were going to have a serious political discussion. Whereas H3 just came in to bully Hassan and to try and clip farm him to felt dubs, which is a really Kino approach, in my opinion.
Hang on, I'm exporting the sticker.
Man.
Let me just do this in the background. H3 smug.
They're going to destroy each other over
Oh.
the next 5 hours, guys. Every like dirty piece of laundry is going to come out on both sides, and they're both going to seethe and they're both going to cope. And I'll say this, I saw probably the first hour and a half today, and then I went out and ran some errands for about an hour, so I missed
There we go,
like from
chat.
the third
I
hour.
think he's all
But then I
painted
saw
up now.
the
We'll get.
last 2 hours.
We'll work on the
From
tarp.
what I've seen in the first hour, H3 kind of
No.
steamrolls Hassan,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then
So are
it
they
does
live right
get
now, or is this a
dragged into the
replay?
political realm where Hassan is able.
Okay, so the casino is live right now, but Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker had their debate today. Hassan Piker is Cenk Uyghur's nephew from the Young Turks. Hassan is a left-wing progressive who also drives a Porsche and lives in West Hollywood, and blows it up on Twitch and gets all kinds of money from his viewers. But anyway, Hassan has a penchant for supporting terrorism, like he supports Houthi terrorists. And Ethan Klein is obviously Jewish. And yeah, kind of goes from there. So anyways, that's what happened. This happened like while we were streaming Karen Reed, this happened.
Fucking beautiful.
Hassan basically throws them under the bus and puts it all on iDubbbz and Anita. And basically is just like throws their entire event under the bus, which it's funny because they really thought that Hassan was going to do something for them, and he never will.
Yep.
He never will give them even a crumb.
I can't wait for the update on Creator Clash.
We're not going to get it. They're currently stun locked. Like they're in hiding, and they obviously bet the house on Hassan.
Yeah.
And at this point, this did not go, I imagine, as they expected. I think they thought this would be a very easy victory for Hassan. At best, both of them are like completely embarrassed and humiliated. At worst, like Hassan kind of got fucking steamrolled.
No, honestly, for public sentiment, I mean, this is just like Twitter and comments from what I've seen. H3 is felting him. Most people are on H3.
Siding with H3.
Yeah.
Well, because it's just the way that Hassan approached this debate was so disingenuous and so bad faith and so dismissive. Where he's like, huh? What are you talking about, dude? And then he does this weird, like, substitute teacher energy where he keeps calling Ethan by his first name and trying to, like, Ethan. And it's just really weird.
Ethan. But D-Shift, thank you for that. The stickers there. It's called H3 Smug.
You can switch your show how you like.
Well, you know, they were my coworkers as well, Ethan.
Well, it's been a
for 2
while, my
years.
friends, and guess
Yeah, I
what?
know.
They are not now.
No, I know.
Wow.
It's just so combative. They're both so bitchy. Like, you know, it makes sense they're both from the Middle East because they sure have a lot of sand in their vaginas. Just saying.
Oh,
Like every little
damn.
thing has to just be battled over in the most passive aggressive way.
They're just throwing stones at each other.
We
So
got
let's start. I mean-
Whoa Nelly for a sub.
Let's go. Thank you, Whoa Nelly.
So you did this content cop, right? And I mean, did that go how you expected? It didn't seem to.
I just love that's how he opens. It's like, so the content cop, did it go well? Did it go as you expected?
I
Because it was a disaster. And he's immediately bringing iDubbbz into it because I think H3H3 here, his objective is to show to the Jamhas that Hassan doesn't give a single fuck about that.
Yes.
And that's what he's trying to show here is that Hassan doesn't care about you guys. He's going to throw you out like fucking used tissue. He already got what he wanted from you, and now he's gone. And Hassan will confirm during this that he hasn't texted Ian or Anissa since the thing dropped.
No.
So the moment that they put out the content cop and gave Hassan what he wanted, he admits that he just ghosted them and had no contact with them since that point.
This is the funniest. Dude.
He drags out some brutal admissions from Hassan throughout this, and he really does like bust up Hassan pretty bad here in the opening. Let's hit play though.
I had a bad feeling at this point. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a 10-minute like debate, isn't it?
I thought somebody was gonna run away, especially how hot H3H3 comes in here. You're like, he's gonna rage quit. But Hassan stayed in there, and as he got fucking spanked.
So yeah,
very hard.
Before we get started, can I lay some like ground rules so we can have like a productive
Here comes this is the gayest.
Yeah.
So
okay.
How do you define Zionism? So Hassan is trying to make this debate as intellectual and gay as he possibly can by making it about defining terms. H3H3 just doesn't give a shit and just accepts Hassan's definitions because he never intended on debating Israel versus Palestine. This for him is just about cornering Hassan on the content cop and a bunch of personal moral failings of Hassan. And both of them came into this without actually agreeing on the topic. So Hassan said the topic is Israel and Palestine. H3H3 going into this said the debate is about Hassan's moral character. So that you see this clash between H3H3 wants to do just straight up blood sports drama, and Hassan wants to try and make it a political debate, but he just can't manage to drag it to politics, and they just go off.
Let's say real quick, Hassan's like, who the fuck is watching like you to learn about the Middle East war? Who gives a fuck?
A lot of dumbasses do.
Boring.
Worski.
People who watch Hassan are watching Hassan because of the aesthetics of Hassan.
Yeah.
Because he's a himbo. Hassan is basically the political streaming equivalent of an OnlyFans thought. That's what he is. He only exists to basically thirst trap people, and people like the idea of Hassan, but they don't really like when he opens his mouth because he exposes himself to be a fool.
Yeah.
That's the reality of Hassan.
If you're gonna watch the news and coverage on the war, watch like the news on different political sides and many people. Why Hassan? He's like so boring.
Yes, Hassan is a retard.
So, I wanted to come on to make this as issue specific as possible. But yes, you have grievances with me, and of course, I think they're valid to address.
Okay, good.
Of course, we'll talk about that. Hopefully, I'll be able to address some counterpoints as well, if you will allow me that process.
Absolutely.
But before we get started on anything, I would like to,
for even a moment, that there is going to be decorum to this discussion. Imagine even believing that for a moment. Okay, that's it.
Because H3 doesn't even
to potentially talk about definitions, so we can have like an established definition on a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about. Is that okay with you?
I mean, it depends how many definitions you got. What do you want to define? I don't want to get bogged down in this. So
I'm also experiencing audio issues on my end. So hold on one second.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. All right. So you're fine with that?
I mean, up to a point.
Here we go, chat.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to get bogged down in a conversation.
Yes, Hassan really is a retard.
Sorry. No, I know you're not. I just want to get going.
All right.
He's like, just hurry the fuck up. Like, Hassan's so like.
Well, Hassan's entire point is to try and like filibuster.
Okay, Seller's saying my $10 stream includes gameplay. I'm legally required to play dinos with him. I'll play dinos with Meme. How about that? Yeah. I'll play dinos with Meme.
So first and
yes,
foremost,
I'll play dinos with Meme.
Sellers. What Zionism is and what you mean by Zionism and what I mean.
What is Zionism?
Is 2.0 going to switch careers after Shiloh made $500,000? Maybe. I might switch careers too.
Belief that Jews have should have their own homeland
So-
in the historic, Palestine area. That's it.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
pretty
So-
standard definition, of what that means. But now
believe-
Hassan's gonna drop his $10,000 word buzzword, ethno-nationalism. Here we go.
Okay. What is
That Zionism is a religious ethno-supremacist ideology
Oh my
that-
god.
that revolves around
But he keeps reading and having to look back at the notes and back at the camera.
Obviously reading from his Discord server during this entire thing. It's so
Yeah.
sad.
But he's trying to look at the camera.
Yes, guys,
then
Hassan's a
forgets
fucking
the
idiot.
Sentence and has to look
And
back.
he's just slow as fucking super low energy. I don't
The
know if he's filled
exterminate-
out or what.
Yeah, like it's very like.
nationist policies of
The poor dog's already been
removing
put to sleep. By the way, some Muslim he is having a fucking dog in his house.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
indigenous population that lived in, as you said, historic Palestine. As long as they are not Jews, because it's a religious, ethno-religious supremacist ideology. I think that this is a disagreement that you and I have.
No, I agree with
On this
you.
front.
I agree with you. If you
so
this is-
obvious.
H3's plan here is Gambit is Kino, where he just agrees with everything Hassan says. Yeah, absolutely. That's the
Yeah.
definition.
This
Now
is a
let's get into
psycho
the
way to
drama
debate,
about
but it
creator
works.
class,
So
like,
You
it's-
just
it's-
everything.
it's
That's
actually
where you
pretty
fuck them
stupid.
over.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Okay, moving
He,
on.
he agrees with everything just to move on to the real stuff.
you want to add that, like the genesis of Zionism included, the displacement and the ravaging of the culture that existed there, then I would agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the establishment of Israel was like a good thing. I mean, it was tragic and a lot of bad things happened. But let me ask you, sir.
Okay.
Oh, Hassan's just like,
So,
what?
It's like, whoa, this is a very reasonable position by H3H3.
Yeah.
Where
There we
it's
go.
like,
All right.
so what's the problem here then, Hassan?
Based?
Well, it's that you're Jewish. And it's if Hassan would just come out and say that he hates him because of his race and that he believes in genocide, it would just be a lot more honest and there could be a real discussion, but he refuses to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
How was filming that content? I just have to know what you felt, what you were thinking as they were doing the
No, we're-
Fortnite L
we're-
behind you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to
No,
that.
no,
We'll
no,
get to that.
no,
I
we're
promise.
here.
This was fucking Kino, bro.
I
No,
agreed with you. Let's go on.
No, you're right about Israel Palestine. Now let's talk about what really matters.
So, guys, if you don't know, iDubbbz made a
Cringe
content
Fortnite
cop
dance,
making
bro.
fun of
Can you
Ethan
agree
Klein.
It was cringe. What was going through your mind?
Hassan
as
helped them.
iDubbbz burned his career to the ground with the cringe Fortnite dance in your office.
You know,
sir?
Anissa.
What were you thinking?
I guarantee you, Anissa was watching, and iDubbbz is like laying down,
Oh my
hearing like a
God.
podcast, a different podcast.
Oh,
He's upset.
I don't want to talk about
Okay.
definitions. You got your Zionism, and let's
I
do
think, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
this
it's fine.
isn't it's not
Um,
the debate he was expecting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He thought they'd be
Oh,
fighting from the
no.
start.
did you
Participated
not?
in-
No.
You didn't.
I've participated in
He's just got the
other
L.
YouTube videos as well.
He hits him with the L. It's just total like Mean Girls high school bully energy
well, no.
from Ethan Klein
he's
the whole
saying
time. I'm
was-
so here for it.
What he's saying is, how did you feel when everyone was behind you with the L, huh? And the
How'd you
Fortnite
feel?
dance. How did that make you? How did that make you feel, cocksucker?
Well, in the
No,
past,
but that
you know,
Fortnite
some of
L
them- Some of them
dancing.
feature sketches.
I noticed
Okay.
you weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
All right, Chad. So let's
I
get
think
this.
I was being interviewed.
Oh,
this is so He was ready for this, huh?
Yeah, why weren't you in any other
Ethan was
sketches?
ready.
What's
Fuck.
going on, big guy?
I noticed you
Okay.
weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed
Oh,
by
really? Who was
the
interviewing you?
journalist while that was happening.
Really?
I can't. I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient.
That's so
was so
funny, by the
nervous.
way. He's being interviewed. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ian. I have to go.
Oh, sorry, Ian. You're an irrelevant loser, but good luck doing my
Yeah.
dirty work for me and getting nothing in return. I'm just going to ghost you as I revealed to H3H3.
It's not even nothing in return. It's blood, fart, prolapse for,
For
20
20
subs.
subs!
Let's go big support. Holy
I love-
shit. Thank you.
Hassan doesn't even remember 2 weeks ago, apparently. How convenient. He
It might have
doesn't
been
even
filmed
remember
before,
2 weeks
to be
ago.
fair.
Maybe it was a month ago. Who knows?
Thank you, Blood Fart Prolapse. That is fun, but you would you'd think you'd remember though, right?
I think you were
the thing-
embarrassed.
This is Hassan's. Yeah.
What do you say?
I think you were embarrassed. Well, as you'll see throughout this over and over again, Hassan's entire tactic is just to play ignorant and just play dumb,
Yeah.
which is a
Holy
really
shit, hold on here,
retarded way
shit.
of going about things. Yeah, dude, like, I just don't know, dude. Like, why do you even care, dude? And it just makes him come across as so dishonest and slimy the entire time to a casual observer.
Yeah.
That's all that was happening.
Really?
I can't. I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient. I think you were embarrassed, frankly. You were absent from every other shot. I think you saw
Wait,
him
why
doing
would
that.
I be-
I think you saw him doing that Fortnite dance, and you said, "I got to get out of this." And by the way,
No, I
I'm
don't
giving you
care.
credit for that.
I
mean, Ethan, you're-
I'm giving you credit for that. Oh, no.
You know what's so funny is like Ian is like the rug, while these
Yes.
two are stepping all over him, and
Oh,
Ian
yes.
is just a piece of meat.
Because IW's
It's
a
like
piece
two
of shit now.
It's like two killer whales playing with a seal. You know,
Pretty
like
I mean, the thing is, the guy, instead of like being his own king, like back in the day, you know, iDubbbz was a king on this level.
Yeah.
Instead, he's chose to be like Hassan's sacrificial pawn in a gambit that's just not even going to work. Like, I just don't understand why you would do that, why you would degrade yourself to become subservient to this Turkish guy because your wife wants to bang him. Like, that's pathetic.
and now he's spitting on you. What a bad call, dude.
You're a comedian. You know, you participated in some sketches. You know, it
Nothing that
happens.
I mean, shit. Yeah.
Really? You're one of your most famous sketches. You in a fucking diaper. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, there.
go.
Well, I mean-
We've done funny things.
Okay, you know what? Let's
This-
not debate
yeah.
the merit of our comedy. You're right. I'm very hacky, and
So-
so are you.
Okay, so once again, like H3 is always just
He just
okay,
called-
you know, let's
he just
move
said,
on, let's
Hassan,
not
you're
get
a
bogged
hack,
down, 'cause
too.
He has a plan
Yeah.
for this interview, and he has points that he wants to hit, and so he's just willing to concede things that doesn't matter to hit Hassan where it does matter.
Yeah.
By
So-
the way, you believe
yeah,
that the
that's
likes
fine.
were botted on that.
What?
You had said you thought the likes were
It's
botted
okay.
on the.
Where he's like,
con-
what?
Yeah. There's a tweet. He
Dude.
said, or he means
Dude,
dislikes.
Dude, what are you even talking about, man? Like, what is
There we go,
what?
chat.
Uh,
You'll see what this looks like in a
Come on,
minute.
man, you can't feign ignorance at everything. This is to me the most frustrating thing about left-wing people or just debating with people in general is
Yeah.
when they pretend that they don't know what you're talking about and then you have to waste like 10 minutes explaining it to them
There we
when
go.
they know right well. It's so frustrating.
Content cop. Do you still believe that?
What? The likes were botted on the content cop?
The
I don't- I have
dislikes
no
were
idea.
botted. The dislikes, sorry. Yeah, you said it was brigaded and was botted. And it was
Honey,
unnatural.
Did you
The
just
dislikes
smoke
on the
a
video.
bowl, Hassan, or like, are you popped a Zan, or what's going on? Like, he's acting like he doesn't even know where he is.
But-
What
but
are
you know
crazy
what's-
things to even bring up? It's like he's acting as though H3 just said that the moon is made of cottage cheese, or that he has 3 heads or something. And it's this like weird gaslighting that he does to try and control the frame, where he's like super dismissive of everything and then believes that he's above him and he's this like authority.
So there we go, chat.
It's
It's
just
drying.
fucked.
And
It's drying on.
It's funny because Hassan.
And what our goal
was
is
trying to
here,
defend the content cop.
what the
and
goal
attack Ethan
is,
for a week.
I'll show you guys
And then
here.
finally was just like,
We're
"Fuck
basically
this."
going to do,
Ian, like, he's like, I'm not going to support this anymore.
we're basically going to do this guy right here. That's kind of our guy. So that's why I'm doing this, like this, it's called buff as a khaki undercoat. And then we'll put some brown and green all over it. But that's our rough area of what we're looking at.
I don't
So,
care about iDubbbz.
I hope
Like,
that makes
you want to
sense.
say he's an anti-Semite, cancel him, take his bank. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even know the guy.
Oh, I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
don't
asking.
I
I
don't
don't care
recall
if you-
saying this.
Guys
but
are
I
go
don't
for
know why
King
this is
Say
a
it.
point of contention.
Yeah.
All right, so you
No,
asked
no,
that
no, no, no,
question.
no, no.
Let's
no,
get back to some other
Hold
definitions.
on. Let me finish, and then you can do your definition.
Imagine wanting
Okay.
to
Do you
be
think it
Well,
was-
it's not my definition. I want to hear your definition.
That's so crazy.
definition.
That's fine. I'll answer how you like. Did you?
Hey, Soccer Child HD for 5 subs and Voltier for a sub. Thank you so much for the support. Wow, big day.
You
Today,
think
guys.
it
Well,
was-
it's not my definition. I want to hear your definition.
That's fine. I'll answer how you like. Did you? Do you?
I hope you know that, like,
Mm.
you know, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't publish the content cop. iDubbbz did.
Yes, I know that, and I.
My God.
Dude, like, I'm not responsible for that. That's all on iDubbbz, dude.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Dressed him
Okay,
thoroughly.
all right,
Do you know
just-
that? Do you believe he should have included the context of the CPS call?
What?
What?
Oh my God, I called it.
Like,
What?
imagine what? Like, imagine being this engaged in this drama where these guys are going back and forth every day, proxy battles through associates, and then the CPS call is brought up, and Hassan pretends like he has no idea that CPS was called on H3H3 when that's pretty much the crux of this entire drama. And that's
Yes.
where it's just
Children's
so
Services-
slimy and so
Children's
dishonest.
Services was
And
called
everybody can
on
see that
Ethan and
Hassan is
Gila.
just a lying sack of shit.
So
What?
Yeah.
CPS call? What?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Wait. I'm a little confused. You are asking me
Yes.
what my opinion is
On the video.
iDubbbz's content comp.
Correct. That's correct.
About the CPS. I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was more so about like your year-long conquest of deplatforming and also
Right. Well,
harassing
90% of the clips were
quite
from the
frankly, harassing
episode
a bunch of
entitled
pro-housing
CPS Came
content
to My
creators.
House, Hassan. I don't know
By
if
the
you
way, I
think
just
that's an
wanna point
important detail.
Like, both of these guys are in favor of deplatforming. by
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
way. So it's like, well, you're the deplatformer.
they're both
well, you're
commie
the-
scum.
Both are guilty.
So
of it.
don't think
Exactly,
any of them are
yeah.
good
We
people.
got Alpha Lobster.
They're
for
both bad
5
people.
subs.
God damn.
They're
thank
both
you
bad
guys.
people.
Wow, Alpha Lobster. Appreciate you, man.
It's hilarious to
Oh, I
watch
sure
them
do.
fight, though.
Ethan, I
You
think
see that?
you know.
Ethan?
Ethan?
Ethan, it's like the same tone that like a mother would take with a child or like a teacher takes with a student. And it's just really condescending and really smug and really gay.
Someone goes, he's Hassan's a One Piece fan. Thoughts? We do not claim him.
My position on this, as I made it very clear, I think it's completely inappropriate to fucking call.
No.
CPS.
That's
I
obvious.
think it's
I'm
completely
saying
inappropriate
your
to call
friend
CPS
Hassan
on
you
a
made a
content
video
creator you don't
with
like.
did
I
a
don't know
total
why you're-
fucking
I don't know
hit
why you
job.
think I have
All right,
any
go ahead.
hand
Ask me a
in this.
question.
I don't have any like.
Go
dude,
ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen to me.
Slow.
Listen. We're both content creators online.
I love how the left turned on each other.
Oh, it's so good. Remember when they were together on Leftovers?
Oh my
My
God.
best friend.
Yes,
Ooh,
Hassan
you
and
make
Ian had their own
me
show.
feel- And they were
They
the
had a
2-man
show and it fell
power
apart.
Trip, running wild, and they were destroying the right wing.
And now,
Look at them.
bravo.
Look at them.
We both have received an endless wave of harassment. You and I have talked privately about this.
Hassan, I don't
when
care.
we
Let's
were-
just go
when we
on.
had a
You, I
podcast.
don't.
No,
I,
what do you mean? You
I
brought this
don't-
up. You brought it up. Hold on.
I
let
know
me
what
say my
you're
piece.
saying. We've all
You
been
brought it up.
harassed. The internet
Let
is
me bring-
tough.
let me
Whatever,
say
yada
my
yada.
piece.
Ask me a question.
No. Please, Ethan, please.
Because you're so
Please.
boring, bro. I just want to have an interesting conversation. Go
Also,
ahead.
also tell me that Andrew.
Just cooked him. Just cooked him. And H3H3 will get in these little quick, funny one-liners throughout these jabs, and a lot of them do go over Hassan's head.
Yeah.
And
Hassan's
Hassan is
an
just
idiot.
so slow and so brutal throughout this. H3 really runs circles around him.
Yeah.
Really does.
Dave,
You know, Ian was watching this like, oh no. Oh no, Hassan, please.
please just hold on.
Wow,
And
I
let
have.
me
Wow,
try
God
to
forbid.
explain my position to you. You and I are both content creators. We get an endless wave of harassment, doxing, swatting, all of this stuff. Okay, sometimes by the same people. Ironically enough, by the same communities. You and I know we've had these conversations in private
been a
before. Before we, stop doing our.
Been a
podcast.
while, Jesus.
And
Oh.
you know my position on this. I think it's completely
I know
unacceptable.
you're
because
against
I am victim to the
CPS.
same
That's
exact
not
things that
even
happened to you
interesting.
in this regard. I would never in a million years
Okay,
advocate
ask
for
me a
that sort of
question.
thing and don't think it's appropriate.
Very good.
And I don't
Ask
know
me a
why you
question.
think that I have anything to do with
Because
this.
you're not you're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total fucking hit job that used 90% of its clip from an episode of the podcast.
Yeah, the whole point of that.
He's just destroying him here, man.
The whole contention that Ethan had was the denims doing that and his viewership, and then showing why he was mad in the video.
The problem here at this point is that iDubbbz did not include any of the context about CPS.
Exactly.
He didn't even mention CPS.
and that's why he was
And that's-
snapping.
Yes, that's the crux of the entire drama.
Yeah.
So for iDubbbz to refuse to show that part shows how dishonest he is.
Exactly.
Called CPS got called on me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do
By
you
the
think
way,
that's fair?
May I say this too? They keep saying, this is like everyone, Ian, Anissa, Hassan, all these people go, H3, your mental health, like they're gaslighting him until he is crashing out, but they're trying to like say he's not making any real points because he's crashing out, which isn't the
That's
case.
just nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, calm down, buddy.
I think you should take this up with iDubbbz instead of me.
Okay,
I
sure.
didn't
Ask me
make
a
any
question.
Editorial. Yeah, I didn't make any of the editorial decisions in
I'm try-
iDubbbz's content cop.
I'm asking what you thought about it. Okay, not if you made it. It's pretty fucking.
I-
pretty
Sure,
obvious.
I-
Go ahead, ask me a question.
I'm sure it would have been.
Cooked.
I'm sure that I'm sure that it would have been all right if he mentioned it.
It would have
I
been all
don't-
right?
I don't know why this is a major
It would have
point of
made sense. It would have been the whole crux of the thing.
contention for you. I thought we were going to talk about Israel Palestine.
We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. You had said that I
Yeah.
have problems with your character. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, ask
I
me
know,
a
but
question.
you having problems with my character.
Hassan, ask me a
is
question. Or I'm
so
going to move
far
on to the
removed
next
from
topic.
you
here.
asking me about iDubbbz's editorial decisions
Mm.
in his content cop.
I'm
I don't-
asking about your opinion on it. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay.
Ian, for you, for Hassan,
Hassan,
it was a
Hassan-
Tuesday. It was a Tuesday.
Hassan won't even defend iDubbbz. He won't raise one finger to defend Ian after Ian went all in on him. He won't defend the decision. He won't defend the content cop. He wants nothing to do with iDubbbz. He's fleeing from the association,
Oh,
which is so funny to see.
yeah. Ian is the raped.
So, do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So it's just like, yes. Okay, now let's go back to Creator Clash and
All
the
right.
content cop.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
This is hilarious. You guys think it's dumb?
Steals all of his
This is
stuff.
so funny
Yeah, I
to
agree.
me.
It's bad.
Awesome. So you
It's
agree
actually
with
pretty
the,
funny.
With numerous human rights organizations, the UN.
I already said yes.
Yeah,
okay,
he already said
Great.
yes.
No, that's important. Thank you for saying that. I also agree on this. If
Okay.
you believe that Israel is committing a
Then
genocide
why
in Gaza,
do you hate? The thing is, they basically agree on all of this. It's just Hassan hates him because of his race. That's
Yeah.
what this is about. That's what this is about, obviously.
Because Hassan hates Jews.
okay,
But this,
Do
is,
you-
this is like the worst like place Hassan could be because he's like, wait, we're supposed to argue this.
What are we gonna do now? He's agreeing with my politics. Mr. H3, this isn't about the politics. It's about nailing him on all the other stuff.
you
Fun
feel
luck.
like you have used your limited amount of time that you have as a content creator
Oh my God, here we go.
speaking out against Israel doing a genocide on
This is the whole thing.
on
This
the
is the whole thing with people like on us. They're like, you do comedy videos. Why don't you guys get more political and like use a? It's like H3
Not
doesn't.
everybody is meant to be a political person.
Yeah.
Well, there we go,
But
chat.
that was H3's
So,
failing, was getting into bed.
You see
with
what I mean? You
Hassan
see
and
the
getting
color of
into
that?
all
That's
of
what we're
the
looking
true
like.
stuff.
Good call.
And this is
So-
the chickens coming home to roost for him. So I don't feel bad for him at all. to be honest.
base take.
Palestinian population living in the Gaza Strip? Or do you feel like most of your commentary on that issue has overwhelmingly been to rail against people that are doing that?
Sure.
Pro-Palestinian
Well,
advocates that
I
you
don't know
feel
if-
like you've been wronged by.
Bring this
myself
back up,
included.
guys, what we're doing here.
I don't know if you know this, but if you're pro-Palestine,
So, This is we're trying to do what this guy has here. See how it's got the tan underneath and the brown and green? And this guy's got the brown and green. We're trying to do that. That's what we're looking for. So you try contrast paints? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Don't know what that is.
Rather than talking about that issue in and of itself, rather than talking about the genocide itself, every time you have
Hassan, I'm answering your question.
every time you've talked about Israel Palestine, it almost always revolved around
I was going to tell you why. Do you want to let me answer?
personal vendettas that you have experienced.
I was going to explain that.
He's Jewish.
You're a Jew.
He's a Jew.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Would you like me to? You asked me a question, so
Let's
I'm going
hear
to
it.
answer it. The reason
Go
for
ahead.
that being is that I feel like I'm
That-
responding.
Gusto,
to a
I'm
lot
not
of
sure I know
bullshit.
what you mean.
That hand thing.
Like Hassan should be
I love it.
nailing him about the hand gesture every time he does it.
I don't know what you're saying exactly, Gusto. So maybe I understand the process, but I'm just doing real
Pull
thin
that
coats.
together, like,
No,
of this
but
tan.
Ash, his
So-
leftist viewers would get mad and call him ableist. He
Let's
can't
see here.
make fun of that.
Well, both of them are gonna like scream at each other that they're committing.
Answer to what? Oh, they're answering what the contrasts were. Oh, okay.
Guys,
Thank you.
this way, I hope we get to it because we're gonna have to be here a long time. But when these two start arguing about Anne Frank, for those of you who've seen this, the Anne Frank debate is so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I missed that
man.
part. I napped after the
Oh,
gym,
man.
so I missed that hour.
Passed my way ever since leftovers ended, starting from you and your community. Now that's my answer to that. Now let me ask you about this. This sword has a Nazi swastika hilt.
So he just like Hassan's like, oh fuck, I signed up to be slaughtered. Hassan, at this moment, Hassan realized he fucked up because H3 has no interest in talking about the finer details of the Sand War. He just wants to fucking tie him to eye-dubs and the swastika sword.
Yo, Ian knew what he was doing.
Oh,
Look at this photo. You're
But the
telling
whole-
me he didn't
The
know?
whole thing is, honestly, the way he should have argued this. Yeah, and well, you'll see the way Hassan tries to argue this is so disingenuous that it just falls apart completely.
Yeah.
And, like, let's just hit play. You'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Tan
You
is the
disagree?
Africa
What's
core,
funny
yeah,
about
but
that?
it's the underneath of the splinter
Um,
camo. So
I think it's funny because you've made this a major point of contention. That's why I think it's funny.
It's a swastika, is it not?
Yeah, it's a sword that is a bleach sword, as you know already. That has a hilt. That has a.
By the way, he doesn't bring it up here, but Ethan should have been like, yeah, but you didn't think it was a bleach sword. Like you didn't know it was a bleach sword.
Well, no. At first look, he called it a swastika sword, and H3 has the clip, and he's gonna play it.
Yeah,
No.
but I think he could have stumped him out here right now.
Japanese manji sign on it. but
Wow,
yeah,
Worski's
so it does look
stuttering
like a swastika,
tonight.
as I've
Jeez.
also noticed
really-
and have talked about on numerous occasions that you've brought forward. On
Yeah,
your
yeah. Of course,
podcast
you're
already.
conceding that
Such
because
as
we
when
fished this
such as
up.
when
But
I
yeah,
made fun of, such as when I made fun of, I believe it was Alexa that grabbed it, and I said, "Oh, you immediately go for the swastika one." Yeah, exactly. Do you think? Do
Yeah.
you?
You
Do
so
think
but
that
anyway,
I-
my
do you
point
think
is,
that I actually
Hassan,
think
if I
it's
can
a-
continue my point, is that you knew it was a swastika sword. So what is the so I mean, why did you guys choose to pose with this sword?
Ethan?
Answer that. Why was the choice made?
Ethan?
Ethan, it's trying so hard to be like a parent or an authority figure and talking down to him, and it's pathetic.
Yeah, we know what you fucking meant. Like,
It for this
Ethan,
sword.
I'm gonna gently explain this to you again. One, it's not a swastika, but regardless,
Do you think it
regardless,
looks like a swastika?
I did not make this editorial decision. I wasn't even.
Do you
was I
think-
in
do
the-
you
I
think
don't
it's
I was in the
reasonable
he's
to-
photo.
throwing, now he's going, this is all Ian's idea.
He throws eye-dubs right under the bus. That it was all eye-dubs' idea to
wasn't-
fucking dog whistle like this. I just think the whole point, what I think H3 should have focused on has been like, well, if this was any right-wing content creator that did this, you would say it's a dog whistle, a Nazi dog whistle, right?
Yes.
Especially when it's targeted to a Jewish creator. Because we know right well, if we did this, they would say that it was a Nazi dog whistle, right? So, like, it's, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, Hassan. If you're going to, everything is a Nazi dog whistle, the okay hand gesture is a Nazi dog whistle, learn the alt-right playbook, then you can't complain when that same stuff is applied to you, especially when you're doing a video targeted at a Jewish guy. It just so happens you're holding a swastika sword, and the guy holding it has a shaved head, like a skinhead, right?
Yeah.
But you expect grace and charity that you would never extend to anybody else.
If we held that sword in a photo, Ashton, Gabe
This is-
Hoffman
All right,
would have
Chad.
us hung.
This is what Hassan should just say. Yeah, it is a dog whistle. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. It's funny.
Just own it. Just be proud, because that's what you're doing, right? But it's part of this whole gaslighting routine to make him look like he's insane. And I just don't respect that. Just be upfront and be like, yeah, this is what we think. This is what this is about, bro. This is a holy war, bro.
Perceive that as a swastika?
Hanged. I said hung.
Ethan,
You're
Answer the
hung.
question.
was not-
Is it reasonable
no,
to perceive that?
I don't think it was a deliberate decision that
Okay, well-
iDubbbz made, but I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know his
well,
mind.
Hassan, they're your swords, and according to the New York Times article, there was 10 options. So what's the chances that they chose the swastika one? That seems pretty slim.
Well,
You have 10
considering
swords,
that I
don't
had-
you?
The week prior to that, I believe. I don't know the exact timeline. I don't really remember when they shot this, but I had the sword out because I was doing an Assassin's Creed promo. Do you feel like if I thought it was like genuinely a swastika sword, I would use it in an Assassin's Creed promo shot?
Yes.
Look how he's
A bunch of docs dropped. Oh wow.
What?
Well, I'll
Yes.
take a look at them.
Chad, yeah.
Ah.
my God.
That's what we call a
Wait,
dog whistle, Hassan. And what you're doing is gaslighting somebody. You made
Yes,
a video.
he
telling
called
him-
out the gaslighting. He's calling it out. He's breaking the conditioning.
This is so fun. Combo breaker.
Guys,
You
I
have
know
a
you
point
don't.
here,
You may not
Hassan,
like
'cause you're
this,
the king of
but
microaggressions
watching
and
Hassan
understanding
get
the
fucking
perspective of
destroyed is
minorities.
worth it. Oh my god.
Exactly.
This is
But
amazing.
Also, whenever it's anyone else, it's they're racist, they're Nazi
What
for
the
this,
Bible
this, this.
say, judge not lest you be judged. For what measure you measure with, you'll be measured with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's if the microaggressions fit, buddy, you
Yeah.
committed them.
Yep.
Or of minority
This is
groups,
true.
right?
This
So
is
you
true.
made a video. You participated in a video accusing
Wait,
a Jewish. Let me finish my point,
I'm gonna let you
Hassan.
finish that.
No,
I'm gonna let
no.
you ask the question.
Stop.
Can I
You are
just
making
say-
a video
can I
accusing
just
a
ask you
Jewish
again?
man
You
of
think-
exaggerating
you think I
anti-Semitism
use
while
a-
exhibiting the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. Do you not see this as a problem, or at least
not
am I
see.
insane
couldn't
for
hear
thinking
anything
this
you
is
said.
odd?
Ethan,
It's so good.
Ethan, take a deep breath.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
God.
Ian was watching this with tears in his eyes,
Oh yeah.
like not crying, but you know when your eyes are welling up.
Answer the
Okay.
question.
He's broke.
I don't need
Take a
you to
deep
console
breath.
me.
I didn't even hear your question. I need you to.
Well,
I
you
need
should try
to answer
listening instead of
something.
speaking.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking for clarification here. Do you think that I deliberately was using a dog whistle in an
Mhm.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed promo, or that it was a cool sword that was laying around because it's the only long sword that I have?
You have 10 swords.
I know they're heavy. That's not a real
Oh!
sword.
The heavy cope, the heaviness cope, bruh. So you saying iDubbbz is too weak and cocked to lift the other sword, so he had to use the swastika sword?
Oh my God,
Bro, that's such a pathetic cope. Just own up to it and be like, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh
You're a
my God.
genocidal man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's just like, just admit what it is, or come up with a better cope than that. It was the heaviness of the sword. It makes you sound like you're more guilty than you even are. And it just totally poisons the well for the rest of the discussion. It makes everybody think this guy's dishonest. He's a liar.
Yes,
and he's
Chorgon. These
slimy
are the retard
acting like
fights.
that.
These are the retard fights we live for.
Conflict on this. Here I go on this HVHV debate with Hassan. You need to include Ian crying in the thumbnail,
Yeah.
and also add in the title. Ian iDubbbz
I
fed.
think Hassan, here's what the real argument from Hassan should be. Yeah, it is a dog whistle to make you crash out and go insane. Yeah, I am gaslighting you. I think it's funny. Like, that would be more honest. But yeah, it is a dog whistle to make you in particular go insane and crash out, and it's working. You're crashing out. That I think would have shifted the frame on this more than trying to go, whoa, but the heaviness of the sword, dude.
Yes, I'm aware that it's not a real sword, but you had 10 to choose from. What does it matter how much they weigh?
Yeah, the
You
other
did-
ones are heavy.
Let me
Ethan.
paint a
I'm
scenario.
waving that
Let,
shit
let me
around.
paint, Hassan, let me paint a scenario for you, okay? Listen, okay? This is important. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism. You exhibited in that video the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. 1 out of 10 of your swords that you have previously already stated is
Stabby,
the
what's up
quote
here?
swastika sword. So am I insane for even, you're treating me like I'm insane for bringing this up, but it sounds pretty reasonable.
I mean, it's a little insane.
So
yes.
yeah, microaggression.
Stop it! Like, are we kidding here? Are we kidding here?
Just
Because
don't
you're
exist
asking
for
me-
Jewish
you're-
people.
You're asking me why iDubbbz.
It's your
made
sword,
this
bro. I don't
decision.
believe that you
The hand tricks are fucking wild, bro.
weren't
I'm
there.
not iDubbbz.
You were
and
there,
I
bro. It's in
don't
your
know
fucking
how
house.
I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me.
Because
why
it's
iDubbbz
your
chose
house
that.
and your sword.
But I also gave you what my speculation is, and that is that
It was just
it's
a
most
cosmic
likely because
chance.
I had
Okay.
previously had
Okay,
it laying
guys. So let's
around
see what
because
we
I had
got.
just
Do we have
done
enough
Assassin's
coverage
Creed
on this
promo.
guy?
Okay, if you
We're
say
almost
so.
there.
Don't
So if it's a
believe that.
cosmic fluke, which you claim, then why leave the photo
Whoa,
up?
I'm not
whoa.
even in.
There's 3 swords right behind him.
Yeah.
And they were standing on
So
this
we
spot.
can obviously see that it's bullshit.
Yeah, come on.
The photo. I don't.
I
think,
know
right?
it's in your
Am I
room
even
though,
in the-
and with your sword. Why leave the photo up if it's a cosmic fluke?
Wait, why are you asking me this question? I don't know. I'm not. Ethan.
I'm sorry,
I am
Hassan.
not
Are you
iDubbbz.
unable to make value judgments on
Ooh.
situations like isn't that what you do for a living? Do you think that
Oh my god.
Ooh, he's just busting him up, bro. He's just piecing him up right now, man.
Wow.
Like Hassan is just
Yes,
helpless
Ethan
right
is
now.
kicking
It's all
Hassan's
one-way
ass.
traffic.
Now they're all communists, but it's hilarious
I
to
don't
see.
should have
I
removed?
don't think it's relevant or that big of a deal at all. If that's what you're trying to get out of me, like, yeah, I think it's not.
Okay, so you're
It's
telling a
what you
Jewish
are
man who's
perceiving.
complaining about a very
and
odd
also,
coincidence that I'm crazy and I'm
Just go over the
exaggerating.
Manji on it, Ethan. Can we? Okay, you got me. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you got
Listen
me.
to
I put a swastika in the video calling you out for exaggerating
No, that's not what
anti-Semitism.
I'm saying.
You
I
got
didn't
me.
do that.
Yes, you did. You
Ooh.
literally did.
Ethan, I didn't
Oh,
do that.
Joe, he's hurt. He's hurt, Joe.
Buddy,
Oh, he's on wobbly legs.
why can't Hassan just stand on business and go, yeah, I
You
did
know,
that. I did that.
yeah.
And
Suffer,
it was
bitch.
to make it a little bit more fucking rough for
It
you.
was to get you to spiral.
Yeah.
And look nuts.
And it's working. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
He's-
There we go.
Okay, laugh
But
about it.
again,
Go
All
on.
right,
It's
so
not a
we're gonna figure this
swastika.
out here,
And I
Why
don't
guys.
should he
even
leave
think
it
you
up?
have that much of an issue with swastikas, considering you drew one on PewDiePie.
I'm a Jewish
So-
man.
Yeah,
You
Get
fucking
ready.
moron.
This is so keto. This is so keto. Let's go. Let's go,
Oh.
Jew bros.
Oh, I didn't realize
is
the
anyone in
Nazis
that
only
room
killed
Jewish?
Jews.
Was
Is that
anyone
what
in that
happened?
room? Did I draw
Do the Nazis only
swastika
kill
one
Jews
time
even?
on?
Do you think that Jews have an exclusivity agreement with like being offended or not offended by?
They're allowed to make fun of their own shit if they
Like,
want.
you
let's
know who
not-
Mel Brooks is, Hassan?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
are we serious? But H3 crushes him here real quick.
Mm.
Nazi imagery. You've done a Sig Heil
Don't be-
approximately what 50
Why
times.
did I
since
do a
Elon
Zig
Musk did it?
Heil? Why did I do a Sig Heil?
I don't know.
Because because you only watch clips on Twitter. I was making fun of Elon Musk and trying to see if it was valid or not.
Oh, thank you.
And by the way, as a
Thank you for
Jewish man, are you
clarifying.
going to
My
tell black
bad.
people not to use the N-word?
Oh,
Wait,
got
what?
him.
There you go.
And then there it is. Hassan's like, what? Like, are you slow? Are you dumb? You obviously are. You got nothing but rocks in your fucking head.
Yeah.
Trying to tell a Jewish person that they can't cope about the trauma of the Holocaust in their own way if they want to make fun of it. Like, there's a long history of that with Charlie Chaplin, Mel Brooks. It goes on and on and on. But there it is. Hassan just fucking dummied. Well, you gonna tell black people they can't use the N-word because it offends you, Hassan?
By the way, I'm in the belief too. I'm in the camp of concentration camp. Just kidding. I'm in the camp of you can make a Nazi joke or a swastika or whatever, right? As a joke. But it's different when it's an actual Palestinian group of people that just finished talking about the war of Israel and Palestine. Like it's like a different level.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you want to do that and do that shit, fucking stand on it. Don't dog whistle and go like, actually, that's not what I meant.
Actually, no, it's like then you're just a pussy.
Yeah, exactly. My concentration camp joke was fire.
Are you going to tell black people not to use the N-word because it offends you?
Do you think this is an apt
There's no
comparison?
answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Cooked.
So you think that being able to draw the your anti-Semitism radar is completely out of whack.
And
Do
who are you to
understand
say that to me?
Like,
You
that's the
pose
point
with
of
a
contention here.
swastika.
You're saying it's not a swastika, and you know it's not a swastika.
I
You
mean,
called it a
it literally is a swastika.
No, it's not.
Listen,
Hassan is coping big time.
Let me
Is
see the
it?
swords in your background. Why didn't you choose one of those ones?
I didn't choose the sword, Ethan.
I don't believe you.
Do you think this is a productive
you know what?
use
You know
of
what
our
Hassan
time?
should have said? Hassan should have just been like, I don't know what Ian chose. I wasn't in the room. That would have been funniest way to get out of this.
Absolutely. So anyway, you say it's a weird
They're gonna
cosmic
move
flute.
on soon, by the
Personally,
way.
if I think it was a weird cosmic flute, you say basically it's not a swastika. The difference between the Hindu symbol and
But it's not.
okay, right. The difference between the Hindu symbol
What
and
you
the
drew on
Nazi
PewDiePie, on the other
swastika.
hand, was a swastika.
I'll finish what I said. Yeah, I'm a Jewish man. I put a
All right, that's
swastika,
cool.
a tasteless joke
I'm
on
just
on
making sure. Okay,
IDub's
so you
shirt
can-
10 years ago. You
Yeah.
said this is the swastika sword, and you keep it in your house and you use it and pose it in photos, attacking a
Mhm.
Jewish man. The fact that you
No,
can't
I
even concede that
jokingly
looks
referred
bad.
to it as looking like a swastika when my
So-
friend picked it up.
So
If I genuinely thought it was a swastika memorabilia, do you think I would keep it in my house?
Dude, you're
Yes.
being obtuse. I know it's not a swastika, right? And I know you know it's not a swastika, but it is literally a swastika also. Because the difference between a swastika and that Hindu symbol is this. You see what I'm doing? This is the difference.
Mhm.
If you ask a Hindu person, would they walk around with a swastika sign?
Wait, so you know it?
Fuck
so you
no,
know it's
they
not
know
a
that
swastika,
looks
but
like
you
a
keep calling it a
swastika.
swastika sword. So I'm a little confused.
Ask your Hindu friends if they would walk around with like a swastika brandish.
I'll say this. H3 went too long on this part.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think the longer he went on these points that weren't explicitly about Israel and Palestine, the better. Because just watching them argue this back and forth is fucking
Everyone
hilarious.
disagrees
to
with
me.
me. Okay,
I-
yeah.
all right.
All
right,
let's keep
chat.
going.
They know.
Okay, I think this
Okay.
paint is
Yeah, I
dried
thought you
enough
made his
now.
point
Let's see where we're
already.
at.
I am not Hindu.
Okay, interesting.
No.
So anyway, it was a cosmic fluke.
Do you think that
brandished
only,
what I
do you think that only Hindu people have bleach swords? Like, what's going on?
we're discussing
So-
the symbol, not the sword. Okay, go ahead.
Mhm.
So you think it was a cosmic fluke? There was 10 swords. He magically picked that one.
I can't. I'm
and
speculating
he
on
lifted
the
up.
decision making
If
of
it was
a
a mistake,
person
he could have
who I
deleted
am
it.
not. I'm not him.
Go ahead,
I
ask
don't
me-
know. Again, I'm going to repeat myself here. I think I'm doing.
You
this
don't
a
need
lot.
to. Go ahead.
I am not.
Ask me the next
iDubbbz.
question.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm not
in his
accusing you of being
mind.
iDubbbz, Hassan, but you're acting like you're incapable of making value judgments on things because you're not
No, because
iDubbbz.
I already made the value judgment. I think you're being crazy.
Okay, well,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Microaggressions thinks I'm being crazy. Very good. You have no
Yeah,
problem.
okay, so anytime now that Hassan sees something and goes, that's a dog whistle, that's right wing, that's for Nazis, just go, are you crazy, bro?
Aren't you just crazy?
You're
bro?
being crazy. What? Are you seeing signs in your head? Shut the fuck up, Hassan. Such a
I'm telling
fucking
Jewish people they're being
disingenuous
crazy
bastard.
on what.
Yes.
It's like a blatant fuck. Go ahead, ask me the next
Yes.
question.
Yes, I don't.
Do you
I
think
don't
the
have
sword-
a problem
you could go
calling
back-
you're
All right.
being crazy
If-
right now.
if-
You being Jewish has nothing to do with this.
Sure, I'm sure it doesn't. Do you think the fact that it was a mistake to use that sword?
I don't really care about this at all.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh my
Well,
God!
that really
Well,
shows
then
where
you
you're
should
at.
have no problem saying it was a mistake. Then, if you don't really care.
on this.
Genuinely,
Go ahead,
I
ask
don't
me a
care.
question.
Okay. So,
Imagine Hassan went, yeah, it was to make fun of you for being Jewish. What are you gonna do about it? Wouldn't that be like a mic drop moment? Like, what would H3's response be? He'd be felt it.
since you believe that Israel is committing a genocide, what are the appropriate steps that people can take, both in the Western world and also regional actors can take against this entity doing a genocide by your own admission, that you would consider to be appropriate? Because it feels like throughout this entire process,
Is
you
he the
have,
commander
set
of the
boundaries on what
army?
you think
Buddy,
Just
is
killing
he's straight up reading this off of Discord.
Yeah,
Like, it's so
yeah.
obvious that this isn't coming from the top of his head
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Civilians, that's the
as
boundary.
you have
The answer, it's
set
civilians.
boundaries on what you think is inappropriate,
Killing
and
civilians.
time and time again has said is outright anti-Semitic.
My boundary is killing civilians.
Okay, that's great. So
that
So it's just like
unreasonable?
Perfectly,
the
this is
most
perfect.
the most reasonable position possible. You know, it's just straight up so reasonable. So it's like, oh, why won't he say the things I need him to say?
Reasonable
Yeah,
boundary.
Jank is giving him advice through Discord.
Okay, good. So
I
then we don't
totally agree
disagree.
with you on that. Great.
Great.
Okay.
So let me ask you the next
So-
one. Let me ask you about this
From-
Congress
hold on,
tier
hold on.
list.
I have a.
So
can
so
I-
this H3 tries to bring it immediately back to drama about the Sabra tier list, the hummus list.
This
And I was dying laughing.
this goes. Hassan is such a disingenuous bastard.
Oh, bro, what is the Zionism?
I don't know why
No-
Ben Shapiro's
Nobody
there.
cares. We're all here for the fucking circus of you having to defend the freak show of
Yeah.
Frokin and Denims and all of these fucking jabronis.
Yeah.
Shit. So that's why we're here. We're not really here to discuss
All
the
right, chat, we're
nuance
gonna-
of
we're
Middle
gonna-
East geopolitics. No one's here for that.
Let me finish.
Well, you asked and I answered. Go ahead. You could go on a little bit more.
Okay, so hold on. Everyone is complaining about my volume on my side because we're using Zoom instead of Discord. So my fucking
Go ahead.
audio,
It's fine. Take your time to get the
my
audio.
audio
right.
keeps going up and down. Okay. So one of the first
Go ahead.
conversations that we had, you and I had, that led to the Leftovers podcast ending, was that you considered "From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free" to be an anti-Semitic slogan. You said
Well,
that
it is
Jews
because
feel-
what you're saying is that from the river to the sea, from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, all Jews will be removed. That's what that means, right? And the guy's not even willing to be honest enough about that. It's like, if that's your position, great. Stand by it and defend what it actually means instead of being a fucking coward.
Yeah.
like this is an exterminationist slogan and Jews fear this
is.
slogan in the United States of America.
Correct.
If you think that Israel's doing a genocide, do you feel like it is appropriate for Westerners in the United
I
States of
do just-
America and
One quick
Palestinians?
point, like, does Hassan really believe that Muslims wouldn't genocide Jews if they had the power to do so? Like really? Like, if the Muslims had the technology and the backing militarily that Israel has now, you really think that they would be more generous and more merciful about the land and who gets what rights? Come on.
Ash, do you think they would be responsible with nukes?
Obviously not.
Some people of Palestinian descent to be able to use emancipatory slogans, or should they go to jail under the Trump administration?
Okay, I mean, these are pretty extreme questions. Now, I'm not
Why
making a
do we-
value judgment.
why
I'm just
do
trying.
we-
All
I
I
don't
was
think
trying to
it's
do.
an issue.
Wait a minute. Like, why is it immediately go to people are going to go to jail for what they say? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's pretty extreme. Well, you think that they should go to jail? Well, who's saying that? Who's saying that?
Question is what's happening
Bro,
right now.
do you want me to answer?
Okay.
I'm trying to explain the Jewish perspective. I'm not trying to make a value judgment of it. But what I will tell you is that how do you feel about Norm Finkelstein?
Oh, this is jokes.
Love Norm. I know he has said that it
Here's
is.
what he had to say about this.
I know what
Wait,
he's
No,
bring
no,
it
no.
back.
I want the audience.
I want to see what was that drink that Hassan was sipping from? Was that Starbucks?
I know he has said that it
Here's
is.
what he had.
What is that?
What's Tofax?
I don't know. I sure hope it's not on the list of businesses that you need to boycott as a Palestinian supporter.
Yeah.
Love Norm. I know he is
Dr. Pepper? No, that
said
one.
that it
Here's
is,
what he had to say about
Oh,
Get
this.
it.
people think it's Quartering's coffee brand coffee.
I know what he
No,
said.
no, no. I
He
want the
doesn't
audience to
like
see
the
this,
slogan.
Hassan.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
funny.
Let me-
Hassan, I want the audience
This
to
is
see
not
this
going to be a
video.
gotcha moment for you because I know Norm's position.
Good, I'm glad you know. Let's let the audience know, Hassan.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Hassan,
He's-
let the
he's
audience
still my
watch the
expert.
video.
I can have a
Yeah.
nuanced and reasonable disagreement with a person that I actually admire.
So that's what we're having.
Like Norm. But I have
So
a
it's
disagreement with him
nuanced
on
and
that, yes.
understandable with Norm. Let the audience watch the video, Hassan.
Okay. Go ahead.
Palestine will be free.
Let me go
The
back.
slogan
Yeah. Here's the Norm Finkelstein, a prominent figurehead in the Palestinian liberation movement.
I don't like the slogan.
I know. I have
No,
more
it's-
positions that
pardon
I
me.
disagree with him on
The video
this
could
as
play.
well.
Will be free. I think it's a bad slogan. I know the slogan from the 1960s, the 1970s. It was a bad slogan then, and it's a bad slogan now because it has too much ambiguity. When you
So
say
Hassan
from
is
the
now-
river-
Hassan's gonna hit me.
He's tagged in his most dangerous tag partner, the empty chair.
yeah.
And it's so disrespectful, by the way, and shows that he doesn't take this seriously, and he's just a disingenuous bad.
All right, chat. So that's what we just did
This
here.
guy's presenting evidence.
So this is a folded up tarp,
Yeah, exactly.
and we've
Let
got
the chair react.
his green on here.
Oh,
Palestine will
and
be
he
free.
calls it right out in real
The chair
time.
react.
Fucking felt it, Hassan.
there we go.
Felt it, buddy.
Let's see what this looks like as we get
Obviously, a question
the rest of this on
arises.
here.
Okay, what happens to
Okay.
the Jews in that scenario?
That Palestine fucking
And
scarf.
some people will say, well, all it's about is everybody being free. But that's
I
not
gotta
what the
ask.
slogan says.
Has Hassan ever been to Palestine?
Wait, hold on.
Hassan
Has
never
chick says
even
welding is my
to
Friday
fucking
hobby.
Palestine.
Oh,
saying?
awesome.
And
Awesome,
if
Has
he
chick.
really wanted to
Welding
support
is fun.
Arab militarism or whatever, why did he dodge the draft in Turkey? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he really wanted to fight in the Middle East against Israel and support the interest of Arab nations, why did he dodge the draft in Turkey?
No. But in his
Because
most
Hassan is a
recent
US citizen.
episode,
He doesn't have
3
to
months
go.
ago, he was acting very serious about visiting Gaza, but he never went. But he's a millionaire. He doesn't want to fucking go to Gaza.
No, I clean my fingers off before I go to court, generally.
So
Not a real.
No, I
have
don't wear this
in
to court.
recent
I clean up.
weeks,
I
have
clean up pretty
voiced
good.
My concern.
You're building a forge
that it's
right
a
now.
bad
Hell
slogan.
fucking
And I said, just change it, tweak it.
hell fucking yeah, Has chick. Yeah, I need to get out to my forge coming up here. Need to do some foragings. But there you go. Build yourself forge. Be careful when you do the forge. You don't put in the fire blanket, that you coat it so you don't get cancer. Don't just use kale wool without treating it or insulating it with like paste.
And I've
Well,
encountered recent
I don't know if he actually means the one vote thing, because I think what he's saying is good in that.
Yes,
from the
Hassan-
river to the
Hassan is
sea,
from,
Palestinians
NJ.
will be free, which I think is good.
Norm,
You're
Norm
laughing
has
at
also
Norm.
routinely talked at campus encampments, college campus, Palestinian encampments as to, I'm not going to make much hay about the slogan in general. There's plenty of other slogans.
Well,
that
you're willing
are,
to listen to him, but when I say it, it becomes a big controversy. I literally,
No,
I'm not.
telling
It's
you
not
that
even my
I can have
opinion.
a disagreement with him on that, and you're forgetting one key factor.
What's that?
Okay, you're forgetting one key factor. Norm Finkelstein still ultimately will always say, while I disagree with the slogan because I think it scares people, it ultimately does not matter, and I'm not going to stand in opposition to it. He doesn't say it's anti-Semitic.
When have I
He
opposed
doesn't
it?
say it is extermination.
When have I
He
opposed
says
it?
that's what people think.
When
If
have
you
I
think
opposed
that,
it?
If you think that Norm
Oh, boy.
Finkelstein would be in
Yeah.
agreement with you in
He
any way,
literally
shape,
is in
or
agreement
form
with
on
me.
any issue,
Eh,
please have a conversation with him.
He's
I would-
literally in agreement with me, like
I would
verbatim.
okay. No,
Actually,
that's
even
great.
more.
You said it was
He-
anti-Semitic. Norm doesn't think it's anti-Semitic.
Hassan,
Do
you remember me advocating against it? Do you remember me advocating
Norm
against
Finkelstein if he agrees with you on anything.
Sure, I'll ask Norm Finkelstein. Do you remember me denouncing that statement and saying people shouldn't say it?
Sure. I'll talk to him.
I believe in our conversation.
No,
you
it didn't
said was
happen.
that-
You're
You
lying.
said it was anti-Semitic.
I'm looking forward to whatever it is
It's
you
perceived
sent me.
that way by
Oh,
Jewish
no.
people. All right, let's move on.
Mhm.
The Sabra
Oh,
tier list.
yeah.
Norm
Now,
does not believe it's
Okay, I
anti-Semitic.
covered the
good. I'll
Lakewood
ask
with a
him about
forged
it.
cement. There you
Like,
go.
no,
Good
no,
job.
Actually
For
gonna
the
do that?
hummus
'Cause that
Very
would-
good, yes.
I'm gonna talk to
Rigidizing the
We'll have a
firewall.
great
Gets him
conversation
here.
about that.
Yeah, this part's really funny.
Joe
That
Lloyd.
last part was like, okay.
You envision me making horseshoes. Well, you know what? There's a reason why I'm not a farrier, because farriers swing little girly hammers. Blacksmiths swing big manly hammers. But yes, I actually know a guy who did a lot of farriering, and when I first started forging, I hung out with him on a couple Saturday mornings, just seeing how he does stuff. It's very interesting, farriers.
Yeah, and Flate, when it gets too long, I mean, I trust his editing prowess. He'll know what to cut out. Because sometimes
this is pretty good, Hydrosphere. This is some good shit.
Okay.
Oh, not just a second. It runs in circles for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm loving this.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
No. It's my turn.
Okay,
You spoke,
go
and
ahead.
now it's
You know
my
what?
turn.
You know what? You go ahead.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate that. That's very gracious.
Stuff
of you.
Hassan.
Well, I mean, it's just a back and forth conversation, but
Yeah.
you seemingly have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand. But
I don't know. The
I'll,
issue,
you
my
know.
friend, the issue at hand is your behavior.
Oh
No, I think the issue at hand is the genocide.
Well, we
no,
seem.
buddy. No, buddy. Your personal cringe is more important than the genocide, buddy.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you, pal. Nobody gives a fuck about the genocide, buddy.
Seem to be coming at this from two different angles, which is great, right?
It's-
So let me ask you this.
Ethan,
Hold on, you said it's my turn to ask, so let me do that. Hassan, is it my turn to ask a question or what?
That there's a genocide. You already recognize that Israel is committing a genocide.
I can care about two things, Hassan. It's very important to acknowledge that.
Don't you think?
I can care
that
about two
your
things, my friend.
incredibly narrow framework
Very
surrounding
easy.
your own personal feelings.
I'm not that smart,
that
but I
have-
can care about two things.
Okay, no,
Even
I
if
can
one is
too.
more urgent than the other.
You think your own personal feelings born out of your misunderstandings is more important.
Did I say that?
Then
I said one is
actually-
more urgent than the other, referring to the genocide.
Oh, okay. So you
Oh,
recognize
man.
that
Hassan,
the genocide is a more urgent
Hassan,
issue.
please,
Hassan
let
is
me ask
just
a question.
bro.
Almost all of your
Yes, very
commentary
good.
surrounding this issue
Very
are
good.
talking about your own personal feelings and how you've been wronged by people.
Very good. Let me ask you. So you claimed
Wait,
on.
can you answer that question?
No,
Does
Hassan,
that
you
make
asked your
sense?
question. It's my turn. I talked about how gracious you were, man. What happened?
Wait, but
I
does
said
that
you're
make
so
sense to
gracious.
you?
You're gonna let me ask you a question. What happened?
Does that make
Don't
sense
make me
to
take
you?
it back. All right,
Does
let me
that
ask you a
make
question.
sense?
Hassan acting like his questions are gonna like fix this war or change
None of
minds.
this has any. None of this
No.
is ever going to have any effect on the war. It's all just a shameless grift. That's what it
Everyone
is.
walks in with a bias and they walk out with the exact same belief.
Yes.
Like, stop. Ethan's just trying to felt him here.
To you.
You want a
Hold on to that.
sticker in
Ask
his
me.
eyes in the back of his head? Do you see his eyes? Let's see if we can bring it back. Let's get 10 subs.
I'm
for
pretty
this
sure there'll
sticker.
be a lot of
Let's see. Oh, there it is. That's pretty good.
like
that's
that or like
pretty good.
this.
I think like that. It just like the just his head. Just his head. Let's see if we can get 10 subs for that.
All right,
Man,
He's
oh,
doing
fuck.
tricks on it.
He's doing like,
Got a little
like
bit of green
skateboard
going.
tricks.
got some green
Like someone
there.
has to edit his ticks.
We're
and
working
put,
on
like,
it.
a Tony Hawk Pro Skater combo meter, like growing, like hand moving, head wave, mouth shot. That would actually dang, dang, dang. Here we go.
Oh man.
H3 head back. Yeah, I was about like tech decks, you know, like tech decks, like
Yeah.
I remember those things.
You.
Hold on to that. Ask me after this. You defended
And
Frogan's.
notorious internet racist for 25 subs.
Let's go. Hey, you took my.
Hey,
you took my
that's not
name.
right, buddy. You need
Oh.
to change those beliefs, buddy.
I was like,
This
hey,
is a channel of love, not hate, buddy.
hey, notorious internet racist, stop stealing my style.
Use of the Sabra tier list. What was your opinion on that?
Thank you for that massive dono. Fuck yeah, big support. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hassan is cope laughing so hard, bro. He's using the old Sargon strategy, which is the smuckle. If you just smugly chuckle, everything your opponent says is immediately discarded and defeated there.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You
think
just oh.
that the Sabra hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic, and most people have already laughed about it, despite the fact that it was very damaging in terms of deplatforming a bunch of content creators that participated in it.
Well, why would they be deplatformed if the consensus was it wasn't anti-Semitic?
Bro,
maybe it was anti-Semitic.
It clearly was. It clearly, like, look, I don't care. Do what you want. It's like, whatever. You want to fucking make fun of the Jewish people? Go ahead.
In my world, that would be totally allowed. You know what I mean? But these guys also want to cancel everybody else. So it's like, I don't really have any fucking sympathy for you when you play stupid games and win stupid prizes, because you don't support freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, for me, I don't give a fuck, but you're gonna fucking do that to everyone else. So just it is.
Well,
what
they
it
always
is.
hit us with, well, you have freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence. Okay.
Yep, and that's your freedom of
your consequences, sir.
Exactly. No freedom of consequence. There you go.
This egged on by yourself, by the way.
Yes. With pleasure.
And yeah,
at least H3 goes, yes, I am in favor of it. Yes. That's what I believe.
It's gay. I think it's gay to deplatform.
I think it's gay, but if you're about it, be about it. Don't be a fucking
bitch. Stand on fucking business when you're doing it.
It's insane.
Even remotely.
Okay.
Guys, it's called H3H3 head back. The sticker is there.
It's not even remotely anti-Semitic.
Very
it's
good.
Like
Let me ask you a question.
That's what we're getting, guys.
So let me follow up with this. Have you seen the thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
Yes,
Someone goes, I believe in deplatforming pedophiles. Yeah, like them and murderers and
blood fart prolapse for 20 subs.
What's happening today? Thank you.
Let's go. Wait a minute. I thought Razor Fist ended our career yesterday.
Yeah. We'll see what happens Monday, huh? Yeah.
I guess not.
Oh yeah, his tweets.
Here we have this section. Fuck, H3 just destroys him. Just busts him up bad.
Wow, guys, thank you. Holy shit, what a fucking big support today. Thank you. Especially blood fart prolapse.
I think you guys could do more.
This is the thumbnail that's still up. Now, let me ask you this, Hassan.
Oh, you can do more.
Yeah. You have a lawsuit to fight.
In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Ding, ding,
ding. Whoa, answer the question.
Again.
What you're dodging?
I'm not iDubbbz.
But you can't make value judgments suddenly on your friends who you've spent all this time defending.
No, because I don't care.
Well, I do.
I don't.
I think it's great you don't care. Why is Ben Shapiro there?
I don't know. I don't care. Probably because he's also
probably because he's Jewish. What? Because it's the most prominent Jewish.
Because he's Jewish.
This is what bothers. He's like, yeah, because he's Jewish, and we want to make fun of Jews. Like, just be honest.
If he said that, I'd go, all right, well, I don't. That's his. That's his choice.
The fact that he can't even come to the king and say, in honesty, it's because he's a Jew. Just shows how dishonest and disingenuous he's acting in bad faith. 100%.
Because also,
and it hurts all of his other points because he's just not willing to be honest at all.
creators on
Do you
YouTube?
think Ben Shapiro's Judaism is the reason as to why he would be on this?
100% without a doubt, yes.
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold
go ahead,
on.
take your time. I know it's a lot to process.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot to process.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. You really don't know what to say because it looks
No.
pretty bad.
No, because it's so fucking
Oh!
stupid.
Well, tell
Ethan.
me then.
You look kind of dumb
So why is
right
Ben
now.
there?
You look kind of insane.
Okay, very good.
That's
Why is
why
Ben
I'm having
there?
a hard time. Like, I don't know why fucking
Even Hassan's fans know. Even Hassan's fans like. And do you think they would care if he admitted it? Do you think Twitch would care?
No.
No, Twitch would give him a
maybe
fucking
he's
medal.
worried about losing advertisers or it looking bad for Twitch or whatever.
Oh,
But, you know, if he's
fuck.
about the revolution and he believes that the Jews stand in the way of that, he should go mask off and just explain it.
Yeah.
Just be real.
Frogan made this.
There we go, guys.
thumbnail, and
Why
I
is
don't
Ben
care.
there?
I don't have any issue with this thumbnail
Why is Ben there?
because he's a prominent defender of Israel. I
You're quick to
suspect.
say that Jews aren't the only
Oh.
Zionists, right? So why is Ben Shapiro, of all the people in the world who are conservatives, who are Zionists, Christian Zionists, why Ben Shapiro? Me and Ben Shapiro and F Tier, the two most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube. That's a coincidence, just like the swastika, huh?
Ethan,
These are two cosmic coincidences.
Ethan,
Eh? Hassan, they're really stacking up.
The tier list that you're talking about. Let's first of all,
Oh no.
the tier list that we're talking about was literally designed by a Jewish content creator who you advocated to ban, and he got banned.
Very
His
good,
name
and
is
I'm glad he
Rafi.
did.
You
He
called him
definitely
a
deserved
token
it.
Jew. You called him a token
And
Jew.
I still stand by that. The man is just
Oh!
fucking. He's
So you
spent.
think
He's
that
yeah.
Okay.
so you get to draw swastikas on PewDiePie, but
Freer
Rafi
also does
can't
love
say
Keith. Yes.
that there is a tier list here where Sabra
This is
hummus
Frogan's tier list. This is her.
the lowest. The Sabra hummus, liking Sabra hummus is the lowest tier,
Ben
and
Shapiro.
the highest tier is being able
Okay, what if H3 drew a fuck Palestine symbol? Would you be upset about it, Hassan? Oh, it
course
wouldn't
he
make
would not.
sense because he's not Palestinian, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
to get a Habibi pass. You,
Totally.
as a Jew, get to determine what other Jews are able to do. You're the Pope of the Jews, as Sam
I
Cedar
didn't.
likes to
I'm
call
not
Ben
determining
Shapiro,
what they can
ironically
do,
enough.
but this
that
is
what's going on?
This is Frogan's bit. This is her stage.
By the way,
this
man,
is her bit. I
imagine
mean,
living in this microaggression world.
Oh man, this is the thing is the standards are so ridiculous and so impossible to live up to. And you're just walking on eggshells 24/7, 365. And nobody can agree on the rules. And the rules are always changing. They're so nebulous and so arbitrary. There's new ridiculous rules all the time. And if you say the wrong thing, then it's over for you. You may as well be Richard Spencer. You know what I'm saying? You may as well be Nick Fuentes if you dared step out of line.
No,
a
we don't know
little
how
bit.
Seagoody died.
I mean,
It's
you
sad
can
he
say
died.
that
It's sad when
the Jewish
anybody
dude,
dies.
he
guys.
is the fall guy and did
Ethan,
everything,
can
but
you
that's
tell
not
me-
true.
wait, so you get to draw swastikas, but Rafi can't even say Sabra hummus is dog
He
shit.
can say whatever he wants. I'm not
Oh, so
criticizing.
he can,
By the
but
way,
you're-
Sabra hummus is dog shit. It's putting it on a list of like meaning the Jewish person is garbage for being Jewish
Well,
compared.
isn't Sabra a Jewish company? So like it's another layer of attack. Isn't
Well,
it?
well, that's the point. Well, that's the joke, right? Is you're putting,
You're gonna-
you
you're gonna
think
call
that
him a
my
token Jew
criticism
for
is that he doesn't like Sabra hummus? Are you being serious right now? By the way, is that a beef? Hold on, what are you drinking?
This is great.
It's
This
a
part's great.
Dr. Pepper cream
Isn't that
soda.
who owns that?
I don't know, but it's
It-
not on the BDS
Are you
national
sure?
BDS list.
We'll double
Yes,
check.
I'm 100% sure.
Okay, we'll double check that.
Bro,
It's
and
not about
so
Sabra
funny
hummus and, like-
because there are clips of Hassan being called out for drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah.
You know, on the street, he got called out for it. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I have to live my life. Da, 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 da. Okay, fine then. I'll just put it in a bottle then, and you'll never know. It's like, obviously, you're not in. You know, you're not in for this. You have no skin in the game on this conflict. You're not even willing to mildly inconvenience yourself. So fuck off with you.
And by the way, he's gonna say here, he's gonna go, "Oh, when that girl came up to me, it wasn't on the list yet." Okay, but how would she know it was on the list? You know what I mean? Like, it's such a lie, so disingenuous. Like, fuck.
let's not be obtuse.
Ethan, actually, the BDS one is actually pretty funny too, because like you've been, you consistently talk about how like I drink Diet Coke or whatever. When that fan came up to me and said stop drinking Diet Coke, it was not on the Palestinian.
It actually was.
Of
I
course it
remember
was.
when that was played. It was on a Twitter with a video and then a picture on the right where it was someone screenshotted it. It clearly was.
He lies like he breathes. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
like
saying?
everything says it's a fucking lie.
National
You should just go, I didn't know at the time. Just say that.
Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it was.
And ever since it
lying.
has
It
been on the
literally
official
was.
BDS list,
You're lying.
I have not drank Diet Coke or purchased any Diet Cokes at all.
You're lying. It was on the list.
Wait, what is?
What? Yeah, it was on the list. You're lying.
Funny.
What was on the list?
Coke.
Buddy, could we just hear like
I'm surprised
I'm
he
going
didn't
back.
just fall. Why didn't he just?
So there we
fall
go,
back on
chat.
the
We
Coke
got
if
his-
There's no ethical consumption.
We're setting up to harness. I don't know how well that shines
Exactly.
I
through.
don't even know why he didn't just fall back on that cope instead of lying like that.
but I want to really, really like show this here.
Working on
where
it.
He's talking about the Diet Coke. Then Hassan knows he's talking about the Diet Coke. They're discussing the fucking list or whatever, right? And listen to this.
Palestinian National Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it
Okay, so they know what they're talking about. Diet Coke in the list, right?
was.
And ever since it
lying.
has been on that official
What?
BDS list,
Okay,
lying.
I
he's
have
still,
not
still
BDS
discussing
means
it.
boycott,
Diet Coke or
divest, and
purchased any
sanction,
Diet
chat.
Cokes at all.
Diet Coke, Diet Coke, Diet Coke. Now watch this.
Lying. It was on the
Oh.
list.
Wait, what is?
What?
What? You said Diet Coke 5
Why?
times.
It's like, how can you pretend to be this stupid? Like, is he actually just this fucking stupid? This is such bullshit.
What list? The thing you've been just talking about for about 2 minutes now.
He looks so dumb. Like, he thinks that this makes him look cool, but he just looks like an idiot.
You guys think he's that stupid? I think he's just fucking plain dumb.
Yeah, it was on the list. You're lying.
What was on the list?
What was on the list? We just said Diet Coke 14 times.
Coke.
Yes, it was put on the list, and I stopped purchasing Coke, and I stopped drinking Diet Coke.
You
even though I
said
love
you
Diet
know what's
Coke.
funny? You told her.
Because I think it's like
You remember?
Okay, but now his story's changing. Yeah, it was that I stopped, but the argument was you were drinking it.
What
not
you told
that
her, son?
significant.
You remember? Yeah, you remember what you told her? You said, "I'll just put it in a cup."
Yeah, no, I was joking with her because I thought that it was a ridiculous request at the
right.
time because it wasn't on the Palestinian National
Well,
Committee's.
It actually
But,
was.
like, let's be real. It is a ridiculous fucking
So
thing.
stupid. It's so
It
dumb.
is ridiculous to begin with.
It's actually the dumbest. Listen, if you're Palestinian and you don't drink fucking Diet Coke because of that, you're
Listen,
brainwashed.
It's
Listen.
similar to people in Canada saying they're going to boycott all American goods. It's like, good luck with that, bro. You're not going to do that shit.
I'm not even joking. I know someone who's like that. Okay, a friend of a friend. He's like, I'm not gonna buy American goods. Da, 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 da. We were over at his house, and I look at his fridge. And I just like see cranberry juice. I go, "That's American." He's like, "Well, look, if I have to buy it, I'll buy it."
Yeah.
Wait,
it's
so
just-
hang on.
Official boycott, divestment, and sanctions list,
So
Ethan.
stupid.
Okay. It's not about Sabra hummus, just so you know. Like, let's
I'm
not be
listening.
silly.
Wait,
about
what is
this.
it about?
It's about what's Sabra means a Jew born in Israel. It's an Israeli company. It's everybody knows it's like considered like Israeli hummus. It's been on the BDS list. Everybody knows the connotations of Sabra hummus, right? Nobody. Yeah, I don't like Sabra hummus either. But we're not talking about hummus. What I don't like is anti-Semitism perpetuated by your friends and swept by you. Now, why is Ben Shapiro on the F tier? That's a cosmic coincidence. Okay, let's move on. Very good.
Ethan,
Go ahead. Next
I
question.
don't. I'm not.
I know
Frogan,
it's.
and I don't know
I know.
why.
How can I make value judgments on my friends I've been defending for 2 years?
Also,
Who can
there
say?
is a tier list in front of me, and it seems like a bunch of people, both
Ben
Jewish
Shapiro and me are in the
non-Jewish
F tier.
on the Loves Sabra tier list.
You're looking at the end. I'm looking at the thumbnail, bro. I'm talking about the thumbnail.
I know, but I first of all, again, I'm making inferences about editorial decisions that other people have made. I'm just simply speculating at this point.
Sure.
But you know, it's
Oh my god.
it's a
Are you not embarrassed
it's a
by this
joke.
armpit hair? It's so cringy.
Oh,
bro. It's so weird. I'm like,
That is
that
grime.
was by far the most damaging moment of the entire debate so far. That was like a straight jab that just shattered Hassan's nose right there. Just calling him right out on his cringe. Calling him right out on the carpet.
You know what that looks like? You remember when we zoomed in on Ralph's Gunt?
Ah,
Yeah.
Isn't it the
happy trail
exact
for the
same
Gunt.
image?
It's like the surface of Mars there or
It's like
something.
the same image.
how do you change that finally? On a separate note,
what?
I find it just so weird and bizarre that this was your thumbnail for so long. Also, ironically, wearing a Rolex hat, which is like probably the symbol of capitalist excess.
Ooh! Safa Hassan. Safa Hassan.
That was sharp.
The
That was
Rolex hat, buddy.
Ooh, that was funny.
That's a
Yeah,
devastating
yeah.
combo.
That actually was. That was good.
I got a free
Cool,
Rolex
dude.
hat from a friend of mine. I still wear it every
Yeah,
now
and
and
you're
then.
so. Oh wow, who knew? So anyway, Ben Shapiro
Wait,
was
I'm so-
accidentally
wait,
in
what-
the F
What
tier.
does this have to do with anything? What's going on, man?
Yeah,
What-
I know
what's
it's
happening?
confusing. It's very confusing for you. It's like a car
Yeah,
crash, I'm
there's
sure.
so why do you think there's a
So this
Jewish
is a
man in the
cosmic
A
mistake.
tier
Let's move
on
on.
the tier
Here's
list.
the
If you think
thing
that
is,
it's like all
So far in this debate, in the half hour that it's happened, he's told more jokes than IDubbbz told in the entire hour-long content.
Yeah,
call.
yeah, exactly.
about anti-Semitism and
Do you think that
uh,
this is at least a bad coincidence?
No, I don't.
Wow.
Oh my god! Like the fuck, I can't even.
Oh
It just, like-
man, can you just try and be like genuine in this conversation, even
all?
for a minute? Like,
Yeah, no, Ben Shapiro.
That's
don't.
fantastic.
No, I don't think it's a bad coincidence at all. I think you're like you're trying to find with a fine-tooth
know,
comb like
you
any
got
incident.
the dude 7-3 guy goes, I'm upset to say I'm rooting for H3 from this point.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got our audience cheering for like the Zionist Jew, you fucked up real bad.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way, I'm gonna be honest, like you
Yeah.
really fucked it.
I don't know what you mean by that, Ashton. Our audience is.
Our audience is Zionist, just like us.
Yeah,
we love the
exactly.
Jews.
Jews rock.
They do.
The Jewish
even
man
come
is
across as
crazy.
remotely
He sees
anti-Semitic, and you're
anti-Semitism
having a
everywhere.
really hard time.
There's
Well,
these
you
are
want
just
my answer,
cosmic
you want my perspective, I'm
mistakes.
telling you.
Probably, Flake probably cut that last sentence.
Oh, he knows.
I know.
He's not making
If you
the
want my
final
perspective,
cut.
I'm giving it to you.
just in case he's like not paying attention during this part.
I think genuinely, okay, at a time when there is unprecedented levels
Yes,
of
I know. We can't
open,
talk
out
about
and
anything else. That's very convenient
anti-Semitism,
for you.
at a time when there's unprecedented levels of out and about anti-Semitism with incredibly prominent, oftentimes right-wing conservative figureheads actively talking about Jews.
I gotta
okay,
say,
in
like,
deeply anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitism is kind of like the left wing kind of usurped the issue, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, like traditionally it always was like an alt-right thing. But I gotta say, the most prominent anti-Semitic voices now are on the left, are they not? So I don't even know what point he's trying to make here.
Semitic fashion, you have lasered in on people that you can't even actually catch, quote unquote, dead to rights because they're not anti-Semitic.
Wait.
Well,
Ash,
they're not
Ash,
wearing a.
Does that mean we can start going, hey, Hassan, you're a Nazi? Hey, it's the Nazi show. Are we allowed to say that now? Right? Because the left
I
wing
guess so.
would always say that about the right wing, you know?
Shirt
want
that says
to
"I
make
hate
them-
Jews," but
it
they're walking
seems to
around
me- it
swastikas
seems to me
and
like
doing tier
you-
lists with Jews on the bottom. I mean, that's as
It
close as you
seems
can
to
pretty
me
much
Yeah.
fucking
like
get without them
you-
just saying "I
This
hate
voice
Jews."
is
people.
working.
Shiloh's raised
It seems to me like
$475,000.
you-
Wow.
Silly and
To be
obtuse right now. The guy
anti-Semitic.
who's all about microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minorities.
Yes,
is
they
some-
love
some
Gabe
Jewish
Hoffman
man
because he
that
goes
he's
after Ralph
hallucinating,
and
anti-Semitism,
Nick
and
Fuentes.
won't even
I'm doing
concede
that.
that
Bad
this
for
looks
him.
bad. Okay,
No,
fantastic.
you're hallucinating anti-Semitism in this
Oh
circumstance.
my
Very
God.
I'm not saying anti-Semitism is not a prominent fixture of American politics.
Very good.
I actually do think that anti-Semitism
Hey, front page of Kick, let's go.
has
Let's go.
Very
exploded
brave
in
of you to say,
popularity
very
in
brave.
American politics, especially.
Thank you.
So that's not my point at all. I'm saying you individually right now
So-
wish that these people were anti-Semitic.
I
So
really
you're
don't.
trying to find anything.
You can no
a
longer
wild-
spell
that's
so
a
off to
wild
bed.
thing
Well,
to
guys, I
say.
think we're
You know,
there
you
too.
Wish they were
So,
anti-Semitic.
Here
but-
is
Whoa.
here is
That's
the
a
guy.
pretty wild
So-
thing to say, man.
hold on to.
It's really not a
But
stretch.
once again,
man.
none of those people are me. So I don't know why.
Let's stop with the
we've
value
devolved
judgment
the
thing. Like you can't make a
conversation away
decision. It sounds
from-
stupid as hell, dude.
Wait,
Let me
I
ask-
sound stupid as hell.
No,
What?
when you go, I can't draw. I'm not them. I mean, it's.
I mean, I don't know what you're asking me. What their genuine decision making?
Why would I want my
is, and
best
I don't
friend
know.
Ida
I
to be
can't tell you what
anti-Semitic?
their
Why
process
would
was.
I want
But
my
I
best
don't
friend
think
Ida
it's
to be
That's what we
anti-Semitic?
got.
Yeah, great
So-
point, H3.
Why would I want that?
Thank you guys. And like I said, we were trying to
he's punch-
recreate this dude. Kind of like what he had there. Kind of like this is what we were kind of shooting for. So I think it looks pretty good. This guy is all tacky. He needs to dry. The other guys are pretty much drying. So I'm going to leave them alone. Paint them in shockwaves. I'm good with what I have. Joseph's very neat. Well, hope you guys, it's a nice morning over there and Saturday morning. So, yeah, like I said, is Clyde around? Clyde is sleeping. Sorry, Dark Lotus. We'll do some more painting tomorrow night, I promise. We'll do some more painting after we do the show with Kurt about the Supreme Court, and then fuck, what's the other one we were gonna do tonight? I forgot. Oh, I think we were doing actually, I don't know what I was gonna do. We'll figure that out. Just a couple irons in the fire. With that said, though, chat, you guys, do you smell members only tomorrow? No, Sunday there will be a members only. Seller says, say the magic words he can cash in. What is the magic word? Oh, yes, I'll say that word, yes. Well, yes, Kurt offering alcohol to women under 21. Whatever. Sunday is the Grand Prix. Yes, Sunday we'll also do a members only. We'll do a members only Sunday as well. So tomorrow is the Kentucky Derby. Yes, chat, it is. So we got a busy day. We got a busy day all around. So I will see you guys in the morning. So you guys take care and enjoy yourselves. Take care, chat. Thank you guys all for being here. 2.5 hours. That's a lot of fun.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law. Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops, even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty, but please talk to a local attorney. Was that the fat guy Rick Hayden yelled at? Why, yes it was.